1 FM Talk. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Friendly skies for people and their pets. CJ Papa, Fox News.
This will be his first time on a plane, actually. He's good in cars, good around people.
That man at Denver's airport, along with his dog, traveling by plane today while millions more are behind the wheel.
AAA says of the 115 million of us traveling, 104 million will drive. Not a record-breaking amount, but second highest only compared to 2019. It looks like the busiest travel days on the road will be Saturday, the 23rd, and next Thursday, the 28th. Gas prices, on average, are about what they were last year, or a bit less. Last year, they hovered around $3.10 or 20 cents a gallon. Rain is impacting things, though, as a storm moves across Missouri and Iowa into Illinois. Another storm is heading into Washington state, and yet another storm coming up from the south is bringing rain to parts of Southern California and Arizona. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
The TSA reports 2.63 million people were screened Thursday. That's the second highest since the Monday after Thanksgiving, when the TSA screened an all-time record of 2.9 million people at area airports. House Speaker Mike Johnson going straight to the top in a letter to the Commander-in-Chief. Speaker Johnson writes,
in an appeal to the president, Speaker Johnson wrote this: the southern border of our nation is being overrun, and U.S. Customs and Border Protection is at a breaking point. I urge you to immediately take executive actions available to you under existing immigration laws to stem the record tide of illegal immigration. Speaker Johnson called on the president to immediately end catch and release. He wants to see a grant parole on a case-by-case basis instead of the sweeping way that it's done right now. He wants to see the president reinstate the Remain in Mexico program and renew border wall construction.
Fox's Alexandria Hoff. The UN Security Council passing a watered-down version of a resolution that will bring more humanitarian aid into Gaza, but it does not come with a call to suspend the fighting between Israel and Hamas. The vote in the 15-member council was 13-0, with the U.S. and Russia abstaining. America is listening to Fox News.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare information guide absolutely free. Call 800-919-3200. That's 800-919-3200. 800-919-3200.
Hey, you're up next.
My throat hurts so bad. There's no way I can sing tonight.
Here, try these.
Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Yeah, Vicks VapoCool Drops has maximum strength menthol with a rush of Vicks Vapors.
Ooh, I can already feel it.
I told you. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Please welcome to the stage.
Vaporize sore throat pain fast with Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation. Weather.
Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Clouds and periods of rain, mainly light rain, 55. Tonight, rain fades by 10 o'clock, otherwise cloudy skies, 48. Saturday, partly to mostly cloudy skies, but it's a dry day on Saturday. How about 62 degrees, rain moving in late Saturday night, and then a bigger wet stretch for Sunday night, and Monday could see over an inch of rain. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Listen, it's no secret most real estate agents make big promises and oftentimes end up selling their clients' homes for less than what they may have been led to believe. This is not the case for my friend and trusted agent Gloria Liu with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, St. Louis real estate expert. Mark Cox here. Gloria doesn't make promises she can't keep. She makes guarantees in writing. Here's the truth. Right now, agents know that some customers will choose the agent that tells them the highest price. Talk about a stressful way to sell a home. Gloria makes it really simple by providing an upfront written guaranteed price. And if your home sells for less than the guaranteed price, she will pay you the difference. Gloria takes all the risk off the table for a home seller who's trying to get the most amount of money for their home. Get your guaranteed price right now. Call Gloria Liu at 314-325-6888. That's 314-325-6888. Or visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com.
Teachers shape the future. Right now, in a classroom somewhere in the United States, there's a teacher inspiring a future scientist who'll make preventing pandemics their life's work. Sharpening the mind of an aspiring environmentalist who'll help combat climate change. And generating possibilities for a student who'll be the first in their family to graduate college. Explore a career that leaves a legacy you can be proud of. Teach. Learn more and receive free support at teach.org.
This holiday season, give them a steal. Save $40 on the HSA 45 battery-powered hedge trimmer. Go to steelusa.com/gift guide. Now $99.99 was $139.99 MSRP. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Join us at Odyssey as we all do our one thing. Together millions of things for our planet. If you get a new tablet or cell phone this year, recycle your old one, either by donation or an e-waste program. When we each share our one thing, it becomes a million things for our planet. What's your one thing?
This hour of the Annie Frey Show is brought to you by Ruler Foods. Low prices, no coupons. Ruler Foods.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what they're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
All right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
Don't get me wrong. I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Happy Friday. Welcome to the Annie Frey Show. Appreciate you being with us here on 97.1 FM Talk today. Got the whole crew in here as we traditionally do on Friday. Last full show for 2023 here. I'm going to take some time off to be with my family in the next week, and I'll be back in 2024. But first, let's do a Friday Christmas show. Thank you for being with us here today. The YouTube live chat poll is, which do you love more about Christmas, giving gifts or receiving gifts? If you go to the Annie Frey YouTube channel, come join us there. Say hello. We want to wish you each individually a Merry Christmas there as well. We've got such a great crew that shows up to chat every day, and it's a huge part of what this show is. We've got several Christmassy things to do today during the show, and I know a couple of us are going to distribute some gifts. We're going to open gifts on a commercial break. You'll be able to watch us open them on the live stream. We're not going to do it on the air. We say this regularly, but it's terrible radio while people are like,
and then you go,
oh,
a cake.
You don't even know what it is. You can't tell if the person likes it. You know the sound people make when they get a gift and they're being kind.
Yeah, I love listening to that. It's great. I go back and listen to the podcast every year on Christmas. Yeah, my family's like, oh, neat.
Yeah.
What was it? I don't remember. We didn't say.
But I loved it.
Yeah. Probably already ate it.
Made me feel special. Yeah, it was plastic too.
It was a bowling pin.
You ever been given a bowling pin?
I have not, no. Well, you know what? When I was little, I think I got a bowling set. It was not just one pin, though.
Ooh, do we have Fun Fetterman? Is that on this list?
It's not like super fun Fetterman, but it's Fetterman audio.
Average Fetterman?
Yeah.
Yeah. I prepare for a show like this today. Things are still happening in the world. There's so much politics that is happening. The Colorado ruling. I think that I don't know when that ruling will come down, but it could come down any time now. I mean, as soon as they accept the case officially, they could rule on it super quickly. I mean, it could happen. The speed with which this could happen could be rapid. Going into the Christmas holiday season, you could miss it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get notifications on your phone for updates and stuff?
I don't get news notifications. In fact, on my phone in particular, what I do is I don't tell my phone which political lean I have at all.
Not my hand to the Lord in heaven. I have 2 potato stories in my algorithm today.
It's amazing.
2.
Now I do lean potato.
2. I know you do, but I do not. We breathed it into existence yesterday.
I love it.
I think that maybe it's like if you talk for something for more than 3 minutes, it's like give them a story.
Yeah, it must be.
Maybe they want to talk more about potatoes. You never know.
So you brought those, right?
No, I was mad. I was mad at those stories.
No, I like to see the nonpartisan lean. Like if my phone or the algorithm doesn't know who I am, what is it trying to deliver to me? And so I've deliberately on my phone newsfeed only, everywhere else I am, but on my phone newsfeed, I don't let it know so that I can get sort of the, here, we don't know what lean you are take on the news.
All right, I'm going to walk over here. You keep talking. First Christmas, the first gift of Christmas.
Oh, we are opening presents now, are we?
No, but I have a little
Oh,
refreshment.
sweet.
Ooh, refreshments.
Oh, I love these.
The show.
Yeehaw. Thank you. That is a chai tea from Scooters that I just received from Annie at the beginning of the show.
What is this, a raspberry what?
Raspberry.
Energy infusion. Scoot
Thank
Energy
you.
Infusion.
Would you like that?
Sure, yeah.
See, this is exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
It doesn't have coffee, so I love it.
You know, she reacts like that to everything, though.
Yeah.
So
Coffee over here.
yeah, away from the board. I asked Leah about this today because I said, Leah, do you find yourself to be kind of like a middle of the road kind of person? You don't get too high or too low emotionally. She's like, yeah.
Thank you, Annie. I love it.
Yeah.
She did love it.
Perfectly delivered, just a little late. I hope you do like it. I'd be curious. I got you something that, in the event that you didn't like it, I would drink it myself.
That's good.
Yeah.
Are we convinced?
Yeah.
I'm
convinced.
I like the I get them. I like the coconut one, so you can get it with coconut and sugar-free energy drink, and it's really good.
Scooters Coffee, my large non-fat sugar-free vanilla latte extra shot. Go into Scooters after I did a little shopping this morning, and I thought I wasn't sure if I was going to get coffee today because I was running behind. And I thought, no, I want to get coffee. And it was one of the things I wanted to get for you guys was Scooters coffee. And I go through and I order. I start ordering my Scooters drink when I go into Scooters. And they interrupt me and they go, "Hi, Annie."
Really?
Yes.
Because of radio or because of frequency of visits?
Frequency. I am a frequent flyer. Listen, Betsy from Tulsa, who goes to fly to Chicago every weekend, they say hi to Betsy too in the airport. Scooters. My Scooter says, "Hi, Annie." And then it's nice because then I don't have to keep ordering because it's so long.
I like the way that sentence started, too. Scooters, my scooters.
Yeah, I was going to say
It's
where.
the beginning of a poem.
I don't really want to like.
Scooters, my scooters.
I can write that poem.
Yes, you
I can write that poem right now. Anyway, this is a very happy story because I went, I got and assembled all of your gifts, which we're going to exchange here on the break here pretty soon. And I thought, should I do this? Yes, I should do this. Go, get a round for the crew. And this is really what a round for the crew probably looks like, honestly.
Yeah, it does.
This is like the preferred method of giving a round for the crew. And I went through and they usually will say anything else. Sometimes I get something for breakfast. Usually it's just a coffee. If Molly is with me, I have to get their they have 3 mini donuts for $1. If I need something from Molly, and we've crossed all sorts of rational conversation, but I need it. Want to go to Scooters and get donuts? I get what I want.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the last thing that I have to pull out. So sometimes I get those, but anything else after they say, "Hey, anything else today?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm actually going to order 3 more drinks." And I ordered them, and it's 4 drinks from Scooters. It's not going to be $2. So I'm waiting for the amount, and she doesn't tell me the amount. And I pull up, and she goes, "A really nice gentleman left a gift card to buy people's drinks until it runs out, so they're on us."
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So I don't even get to claim the generosity in heart, yes, intent, yes. But I didn't pay for these because some guy went and dropped a $200 gift card at Scooters and said, "Buy people's drinks until it's gone."
That's awesome.
Scooters,
Wow.
my scooters.
Exactly.
Generosity found.
It's funny.
We'll get your drinks ready. Now scoot on around. Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you.
What? No.
Now continue.
No. Everybody do it right. That's the stupidest, funniest thing we've ever done on this show.
I actually had
Because
that.
none of us are snappers.
I went through Scooters the other day, and the person in front of me left a $5 gift card just to the car behind them.
That's great. Well, they probably I wonder if they bought a gift card and then they just said paid for because you can get I am not being paid or compensated by anybody at Scooters, but that one guy who was nice. He helped.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
That guy's getting a huge shout out.
Yeah. But it was a positive story, and it made me go from gotta get going to, wow, that was really cool. Doesn't that encourage you to pay it forward?
Yeah, it always does. I feel like And honestly, in those situations, you go, there's something good happening in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to be a part of it. I don't know whether the workers love it or not, but I love it.
Well, and the thing about it, she was making people's day
Cool.
one car at a time.
Well, I guess when you get one big purchase like that, it's probably easier. But if you're constantly doing the car behind you, it might get a little tough.
Yeah, especially if my car is the one that's behind you. You're going to look at the minivan and you'll be like, I'm going to just end this here.
Yeah.
I'll pay it forward to charity, not to the Pacifica. I find the story to be kind of compelling because the YouTube live chat poll for today is, what do you love more about Christmas, giving gifts or receiving gifts? And I love giving gifts. I love the physical transaction of making somebody know that I appreciate them or that I care about them or that I love them and the thought process that goes into it. But I received a gift today of a free coffee unexpectedly, and it made me want to skip into work today to deliver these to you. So I know that the probably perceived quote unquote right thing to do here is to say, oh, I love giving gifts. It's so nice to be generous. But it's pretty cool to get a gift too. And I mean, the reason why giving gifts is as great as it is because watching someone receive a gift that they really love or appreciate both sides of that are important for the exchange. Do you have any strong thoughts on this?
I do, but it's difficult because it depends on the gift. If I have nailed a gift that I know that person is going to freak out about and really surprise them, then I love giving gifts.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, I like getting gifts. So
there's nothing wrong. Who doesn't like getting gifts?
Yeah. I mean, especially when from my family who I've given a list, but I don't give a huge list. I just am not that kind of person.
Are you asked for lists?
I am, but I only end up having maybe 3, 4, 5 things max that I want.
I can never think of things.
It's hard.
And I try to keep it on my Amazon list all year so that when this time comes, I go, oh, this thing.
So I'm ready.
Yeah.
You know, when people ask me, like, what do you want? I can't think anything. And then the rest of the year, I'm like, oh, that would be a really good thing to ask for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I not writing it down, I guess, or putting it on Amazon?
Well, you get to a certain age and you can just get it. So you don't have to wait.
Everything's on sale and it's the middle of December and you're like, oh my gosh, that is a great deal. I got to snag that. Maybe I should wait in case I get it for Christmas. And then you pay 20% more for it later.
Yep.
Just buy it now.
Yep.
Take it back if you get it. I don't know. What do you think, Brad? Giving or receiving?
Man, I go back and forth between this because giving a gift, like you were saying, giving a gift means that you care about somebody, you think about them and that sort of thing. But man, whenever you receive a gift, you're understanding that there are people out there that are thinking about you, and there's just something about that warms your heart. I think, like in your example, the coffee, I think getting an unexpected gift is probably one of the best things.
It doesn't have to be magnificent.
No. It's just, hey, I was thinking about you, and I got you this. And it's like, oh, that's really cool.
And being on the end of unanticipated kindness doesn't even have to be, like, understood. Like, well, okay, I understand why my coworker gave me a gift because now we can continue to associate with each other for the next 12 months, and you want to make sure that feeling is mutual.
We're on good terms.
Yes.
Everything's cool, right?
Yeah. But if you
I think that's called a ransom.
We'll see about it in the next break. I want to know how people feel about this. Leah, what about you? Giving or receiving?
I like both. I definitely like receiving for obvious reasons, but I really like giving, especially when I find something really good for somebody. But then I'm really bad at like getting it and then telling them like, I got you something good. Yeah. And then like a day later being like, you want to know what it is? You want to know what it is? I want to tell you.
I get that.
What about this? Carlos says on YouTube in reaction to this, he prefers giving gifts. He said, while appreciative, I never really figured how to receive gifts. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
To get something from someone, because I don't know specifically with Carlo, but if you're someone like me, I'm an extroverted introvert. The people in this room, definitely Ryan and Brad, can probably advocate that I am very introverted.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very capable of doing the extroverted thing. But that is work for me. Introversion is completely fine with me. I don't need a lot of stuff around me to feel content. And when somebody does something nice for you, it takes practice to be able to, in my mind, all I'm thinking about is, on a scale of 0 to 10, if I love this gift, I mean, like, honestly, like an 8, I want them to feel like it's an 11. So how do you get the gift and make the person feel in return as appreciated as they are for thinking of you and taking the time and the investment to give you that thing? I think it can be hard to receive gifts. I'm not very good at that either, I don't think.
Yeah, honestly, the nicest thing that you can do when you give a gift to Annie is get her a great gift, but then insult her.
That's not even wrong.
It's not wrong.
That's
It's really not.
Even wrong.
Like, you know what? I got that for you. I thought it'd be great. Doesn't that reflect well on me? Something like that. Where
that's actually what you do.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do in the break.
Yeah, I really like giving gifts. I like to be generous when I can. When people would return the exact same sentiment to me, I'm just super all sorts of weird and uncomfortable.
You know what? Let's not do that this year. Let's get her great gifts and then just sit in silence and watch her.
Ew. I don't even want the gifts. If that's the here, you can have them. I would like you to have the thing.
No, this is about you. In this moment, the spotlight's on you.
Well, you want to
Let's
exchange
watch her.
gifts on the break?
Yes, I do.
All right. Stick around. You can join us on the Annie Frey YouTube channel. We might not get through all of them in this next break, so if we don't, we'll just carry it over, opening gifts, while we're sitting here in between commercial breaks, just doing nothing, waiting for you to stick around and keep listening to the Annie Frey Show. We've got a huge X's and O's planned for the 2 o'clock hour.
This is a big one. I've had to put in a little bit more prep than usual because it's non-traditional questions.
The competitors on our 2 p.m. hour X's and O's. Is this a Christmas-focused X's and O's?
It's somewhat, but it's got a mix of everything.
Well, it's going to be the Wiggins kids and the Frey kids competing against each other, but boys versus girls.
So there's a mixture of the teams.
So there's no Wiggins or Frey family honor here. We're fighting, we didn't tell them this, but for gender.
Yeah.
We'll see who
No, we
wins
did not
out.
put that burden upon them, but we will.
Yeah, it's going to be the news story out of this. Did you hear that they determined the gender of these children and separated them as such? All right, kids, this is your lot in life. I'm just sorry. You're going to want to watch us at the 2 o'clock hour, though, as our kids face off. We'll be right back.
Come and lay your offering at his feet. Where the sons of earth and heavens meet. Let the joy awaken every heart. Born into the night, the morning star. Come and lay your offering at his feet. Hear the angels soar.
Stewart's American Mortgage and the home of the bagel loan. Have you connected with Stewie yet? Okay, I understand that it's the Friday before Christmas and you're not like, I know what I need to get done before Christmas gets here. I need to get a mortgage. But you might be looking at your finances and your credit card debt right now and going, I know what I need to do immediately after Christmas, and that's get this credit card debt in line. I have a solution for you. This is something positive. That can be burdensome. It weighs you down. It is in the back of your mind all of the time. The mounting credit card debt, you pay the bill, the principal never goes down. That's going to change when you reach out to Stewie at Stewart's American Mortgage and you ask him about the bagel loan. You can talk to him about getting a cash out refinance. Rates have come down a little bit right now. So if you had a mortgage, especially recently, that was higher interest rate because they had been sky high recently, they've come down a bit. You can consider a mortgage refinance right now and pay down that credit card debt and get it ahead of the problem. Address the problem, get ahead of the problem with Stewie. He's going to walk you through it. No shame whatsoever. He's helped many people just like you. Call him at 314-324-4440 or text him at 314-324-4440. Google the bagel loan and MLS number 226715.
At Neovitin, our goal is to create safe, dependable multivitamins to support your everyday nutrition when you need it most. That's why Dr. Abicki formulated Neovitin Original Formula Multivitamin with 20 daily ingredients, including B vitamins for energy support, vitamin C for immune support, and our 4-ingredient proprietary blend that you won't find in any other multivitamin. With a 4.8 out of 5-star rating on Trustpilot, you can be sure you are getting the highest quality nutritional support with Neovitin. And as always, a portion of the proceeds from the sale of Neovitin Original Formula Multivitamin are donated to the Rubicki Foundation to support pancreatic cancer research. That's nutritional support you can feel good about. Support your best life today with Neovitin Original Formula Multivitamin, available at your local Dierbergs, Schnucks, select independent pharmacies, and online with our easy-to-use monthly subscription at neovitin.com. That's neovitin.com, neovitin.com.
A psoriasis flare-up can make a walk in the park, well, no walk in the park.
It's that obvious, huh? I've tried so many lotions and creams, but I still have symptoms.
So those don't do enough to treat the inflammation beneath the skin, leaving you with those uncontrolled symptoms.
Makes sense, but what else can I do?
You can get real with your dermatologist so they can help you get clear. Make an appointment and, oh, you're already on it.
Hi, yes, I'd like to make an appointment.
Get real clear about psoriasis at letsgetrealclear.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. And now save 40% on the Sleep Number Special Edition smart bed. Ends Sunday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, the official sleep and wellness partner of the NFL.
Are you ready to smell better naked? I'm Dr. Shannon Klingman, the OBGYN creator of Lumi, the whole body deodorant that's clinically proven to control odor for 72 hours on pits, feet, privates, and beyond. It's pH optimized to safely and effectively control odor anywhere you have it, but wish you didn't. Plus, it's proven to work better than a shower with soap alone. Whether you shower twice a day or 3 times a week, Lumi works better. And who doesn't want zero body odor? With over 200,000 5-star reviews, I'm so sure you're going to love it, or you can return it for free.
There's a special offer for listeners. Use code 800 and get an extra $5 off a Lumi starter pack that comes with a solid stick, cream tube, free product of your choice, and ships free with code 800. LumeDeodorant.com, code 800 for an extra $5 off a Lumi starter pack. Love it or return it for free. That's LumeDeodorant.com, code 800.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation Studio. Save up to 20% on a new HVAC system when you bundle it with attic insulation. 9 out of 10 homes are under-insulated. For a free estimate on attic insulation, visit aircomfortservice.com.
This is Ryan Wiggins from Wiggins America on the Annie Frey Show. I've enjoyed this holiday season saying Merry Christmas to people. I don't know what it is about that phrase, but when you say it, people seem to smile at you more than if you just say hi. So, Merry Christmas.
I really can't stay.
Baby, it's cold outside.
This is the Annie Frey Show. Follow Annie on Twitter at Annie Frey Show.
So very nice.
I hold your hands that just like
My
ice.
mother will start to worry.
Beautiful, what's your
My
hurry?
father will be pacing the floor.
Listen to the fireplace
So
roar.
really I'd
The Annie
better
Frey Show
stop.
is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
Put some records on while I
The
pour.
neighbors might
Baby,
think,
it's bad out there.
say what's in this
No
drink.
cabs to be had out there.
I wish I knew
Your eyes are
how
like starlight
to
now.
break this spell.
I'll take your hat. your
Welcome back
veil.
to the Annie Frey Show. Should we play? Did you do Santa Baby or did you do Baby It's Cold Outside?
Santa Baby.
Do you want us to play that during the show today?
Yeah. I have another one too.
Yeah.
I have another one too that I just finished today.
What is it?
It's a commercial for how to dessert well at holiday parties.
To what?
How to do desserts well going to Christmas parties.
How long is the commercial?
A minute.
Can we're low on inventory. Can we just throw it in?
Yeah, just do it over and over. It is. I didn't intend to, but it actually is exactly a minute, so it works. Yes.
I really do want to.
Do you want to just do it in a commercial break?
I want to ask
Oh, we absolutely
No,
could.
listen. I want to ask Trisha if we can go. Who's doing Mark Reardon show today?
I don't know, but it's not Mark or Mike.
We should just throw it in the commercial breaks instead of you. See if they're paying attention.
That would be really great if
Man.
it was Mike Elam.
I would enjoy that. Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. We appreciate everyone who joined us on the YouTube today. The poll question is, which do you love more about Christmas, giving gifts or receiving gifts? We just opened the gifts that Brad got us, and I enjoyed getting those gifts.
Me too. These are great gifts.
Yeah.
This is probably more than I'm going to get from my wife. In fact, I know it is. She told me she got me one thing.
Yeah?
So hopefully it's a really good thing.
Well, you're my boy.
Yeah.
Mrs. Wiggins got nothing on Brian.
Darn right, yeah.
What are we going
my
on,
work
6
wife
years?
got me way more than you, honey.
I'm your work husband.
Oh,
Sorry.
gosh. Boys. Boys. No. All right, let's do it. Let's listen to Santa Baby.
All right. Does it need the intro? Or this one has the intro. Oh, no. Okay. This is Santa Baby, but the requests don't make any sense.
I think we would be able to figure that out ourselves.
Santa baby, I want a yacht, and really that's not for me. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, just slip a sable under the thing, light blue.
Did you just mix up the words?
To a platinum phone, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight.
Yeah, she's had a couple.
Think of all my Christmas tree. Think of all the fellas that I haven't kissed. Next year I could believe in you if you check off believe in me.
You just mixed the words up.
Santa baby forgot to mention one little thing, the deed. I don't mean on the phone, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight.
Oh my gosh.
That is exactly what segments with you sound like to me 50% of the time. It's an honest question.
Yeah.
Did that make perfect sense to you?
Well, the idea was that Santa would be listening to this and go, what am I supposed to be bringing? That was the whole concept of the joke. And I don't know whether that came across or not, but it made me laugh as I was doing it. So it's really all that matters.
All right, well, here's the question. Trisha responded. She's listening.
Oh, okay.
She texted us.
Okay.
I don't know if she's serious, but she shouldn't make suggestions if she's not serious.
Oh, really?
Don't tempt us with a good time.
Yeah, because her suggestion included KMLX.
No, really? Oh my gosh, yes.
Should we listen to the commercial?
And then determine whether or not we slip it onto KMOX?
Well, I don't know if we have that authority.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I gotta figure out
yes.
which one of you has to be the one to actually do it.
Leah.
I was gonna say.
Then it could just be a mistake.
Well, we gotta
Yeah,
listen.
exactly.
We gotta listen to the commercial first.
Okay. So I just finished this today.
How do you feel about it?
I think it turned out pretty well.
It's a commercial?
It's a commercial for...
If you're headed out to a Christmas party and you don't know what to bring, remember this simple advice.
That's Mikey.
Put a Rolo on it. Take anything you've got and put a Rolo on it for the easiest dessert imaginable.
A pretzel?
Put a Rolo on it.
A cornflake?
Put a Rolo on it.
What about a chip?
Put a Rolo on it.
Toast, maybe?
Put a Rolo on it. A Rolo is a dessert by itself. That's what's so great about put a Rolo on it. You're not really doing that much.
But you do have to unwrap each individual Rolo.
That's not that hard.
So I could just unwrap Rolos and put them on a platter? That's technically putting them on something.
Yes. Now, if you want to get really fancy, then put an M&M on the Rolo.
That's brilliant.
Yes, it is, because it's just candy. But you still get credit for making something. So take my advice and put a Rolo on it.
Mike Elam is the man.
I know, man. When I wrote that, I'm like, nobody could read this except Mike Elam. I have to have him read this commercial. So yesterday, in between, he was hosting Mark Reardon's show. Whenever he'd get to the top of the hour, he'd run in that studio and he'd do a take of put a Rolo on it. And then he'd email me and text me, what do you think about this? And I'd be like, be more stupid.
Yeah.
And then he'd come back at the end of the next hour and do another one.
Put a Rolo on it.
Yeah, that's where we ended.
Leah.
Yes.
Can I put him on a tray? Because that's putting a Rolo on it. That's putting a Rolo on it.
I thought your line might have been the best of the whole thing.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what I was doing.
That's what was so great. So Trisha, Leah, and I went in and we just read our lines. So Leah had no idea what this was going to be. I had an idea because Ryan had pitched me the idea beforehand. But I was like, Leah, just read these lines. And so she's reading these lines like, do it with more energy, do it with more attitude, do it with this. And so she hadn't heard it until that point. Yeah. So this is about 6 different takes of her and me and Trisha reading these different
lines.
That's
how Ryan does these things. His mind goes to that dark place. And then he says, I need you to say this into the microphone. And then, shockingly, people go, okay.
I know. It's great. Hey, can you read this like you're a total idiot?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'd be happy to do that.
Yesterday, Mike gave me one take that was, I had apparently given him, because I'm doing this by the phone while he's on the air. Yesterday, filling in for Mark Reardon. I'm like, hey, do one where you just do not care about life. You do not care about anything. Well, I thought that meant he would come in like, I don't know, put a Rolo on it.
Yeah.
But he did the exact opposite where he goes,
this is the most exciting
put
thing.
a Rolo on it. I'm like, oh, no. So then he calls me back at 5 o'clock after 4. He's like, what do you think of that one? I don't know. I'm in Walmart telling him, put a Rolo on it. People in front of me are going, what's this guy doing?
We're in negotiations right now for where the Rolo commercial is going to go.
Yeah, he literally goes, can you like say it the way you want it? I'm like, Mike, I'm in Walmart right now, but I'll try. Put a Rolo on it.
Put a Rolo on it.
The guy in front of me is like, oh, is this guy actually looking at Rolos right now? What is he doing?
No, he's probably like, that's a good idea. I'm going to get some Rolos.
That guy's on 97.1.
If we make this big enough, maybe we get Rolo in on it.
I'm down. Get Big Rolo in.
Get in with Big Rolo?
Yeah. I've always in my life thought it would be so great to be in with Big Candy in some way. If this is my way in.
It's clear that you've made your attempt known.
Yeah. And I don't care which one, Hershey's, Mars, Nestle. I don't care which one. Those
you
are
need
the
to
big
not
3.
say that out loud.
Ryan wants to be part of the next.
That's right.
You need to put yourself in a position that whomever you sign with, that they feel your loyalty.
Oh man, and you know what? I hope Rolo and M&M's are in the same. I hope they're both the same company because that would be awesome.
Carla wants it to go in KMOX during Glover. There's nobody here to stop us.
No.
The only thing stopping us is our love for our jobs.
Would we have to walk through the newsroom to do it though?
I don't know how that stuff works.
I don't
just get a cart number.
I think we might be able to do it. Yeah. If Trisha's in on it, we could do it. If she's not, I don't know if we can
I
pull
don't
it
know
off.
if we should have named her.
And I will do it.
Yeah.
Leah's like, I will do it. Put a Rolo on it. Man. All right. Well, let's take a quick break. When we come back, I'll distribute my gifts. That sound good?
Yeah, that sounds great.
And see if we want to join us on the Annie Frey YouTube live stream. You can watch us as we open these gifts. A little be or not the be when we come back.
Be or not the be. Here we go.
Probably, legitimately, the most substantive conversation we'll have today.
There's the most prep.
Don't go anywhere the 2 o'clock hour. We're going to do an X's and O's, a recap of the weekend news, of course, looking forward to the holiday as well. And the Frey kids and the Wiggins kids are coming in to face off for X's and O's, but we're going to play a little boys versus girls. So there are going to be some mix-up of Wiggins and Freys, and we will see how that fares out. Which is the better sex? It really comes down to our kids to determine it.
Well, there are more Wiggins kids who are boys, so I'm kind of rooting for the boys.
I'm going to throw Molly in the mix, too, just to...
Oh, really?
Maybe
okay.
on the boys' side. You know, you can do that these days.
You do what you want.
Sabotage.
Oh, that would be sabotage.
All right, stick around. The be or not the be when we come back.
You've really been great.
when you touch my hand.
You don't see.
You're listening to The Annie Frey Show.
This thing to me.
Follow Annie on Twitter at Annie Frey Show.
My lifelong sorrow.
At least there will be plenty implied.
If you got pneumonia.
You've been listening to the very popular Wellness 101 for many years, Saturdays and Sundays on 97.1 FM Talk. We're happy to share that we've expanded the show to 4 times a week. Yes, 4 times every weekend. Saturday at 10 a.m., Saturday at 8 p.m., Sunday at 9 a.m., and Sunday at 2 p.m. It's the same great show designed to cut through the nonsense and provide you a common sense, science-based strategy for a healthy life. So join TJ and Aaron for Wellness 101. Now 4 times a week on 97.1 FM Talk.
There's no gift that's more beautiful, more versatile, and more meaningful than a beautiful piece of jewelry. And there's no better place to shop than Diamonds Direct, where making memorable moments is our specialty. Last minute shopper? Relax. This holiday season, we've put together our most impressive selection of can't-miss gifts you can get today. Rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, bands for every taste and every price range. And don't miss our amazing collection of Swiss timepieces, including pre-owned Rolex watches you can't find anywhere else. Need more inspiration? Check out our online gift guide and even chat with a virtual assistant at diamondsdirect.com. Ask about flexible financing options as well. Connect with Diamonds Direct and let us help you choose that perfect headliner gift at the absolute best value price. Get all the details, special showroom hours, and lots of ideas now at diamondsdirect.com. At Olive and 270, official partner of the St. Louis Blues and proud to call the Gateway City home. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Has anyone ever taken the time to help you at a point in your life when you were in desperate need? How did that make you feel toward the person that helped you? The word gratitude comes to mind. Hi, I'm Martin Winslow, founder and president of Bethlehem Christian Academy. Through the years, I've met so many children that have gratitude toward those who helped them through their child sponsorships. Currently, BCA has 2,000 students spread over 4 countries, full of children filled with gratitude toward those who've helped them. But there continues to be great need. BCA's ministry is transforming lives by feeding and educating poor and orphan children in some of the poorest places in Africa and South Asia. Here's how you can help. For just $36 a month, you can offer these kids hope of a better future, but more importantly, give them the opportunity to learn about Jesus. You can also join us on a mission trip to one of our several school locations overseas and meet the child you sponsor. Remember that feeling of gratitude you had toward the person who helped you out? Wouldn't you like to pass that feeling on to someone else? To find out more about how you can get involved with BCA's ministry, please visit bcaministries.com. That's bcaministries.com.
Warmest wishes for a joyous holiday season and a happy new year from your friends at Odyssey and Onder Law Injury Lawyers.
Today's YouTube live chat poll: which do you love more about Christmas, giving gifts or receiving gifts? So far, I have really enjoyed receiving all these gifts that I've gotten from my coworkers.
Info dude on YouTube just said the Rolo commercial made me miss my turn.
Hopefully it wasn't an exit. Hopefully it's something you can get back to quickly. If you miss an exit.
29-mile round trip.
Yeah, when you're in the middle of the country. All right, 12:42. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
Conservatives Care, supporting SSM Health Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. Join us by attending the Give Back Trivia Night on January 5th, hosted by Mark Reardon, or donate at 971talk.com/events. This is the Annie Frey Show. Find the podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie.
You miss a sparkle, but you could glow. You just need a kiss underneath the mistletoe. I'll show you magic like you never seen. You are the angel on the top of that evergreen. We'll take a stroll down Michigan Avenue. I'll turn your heart green and red instead of blue. Oh, call me Mr. Christmas. I'll make your spirit bright. I'll dry your eyes with candy skies and warm cherry.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. Thanks for being with us this Friday afternoon. Christmas is upon us. It's basically Christmas time. And we are enjoying sharing each other, our appreciation for one another here on the breaks. We're giving each other our gifts. You've got extra candy machines. Do you have a candy machine of your own right before today?
No. Now I have 2. Did you guys coordinate that?
No.
You both thought of the same thing?
Yes.
That's pretty great.
Brian, when it's time to get you a gift, it's hard to think of something that isn't candy.
Yeah.
Or sugar.
Yeah, I do love candy. We just spent an entire break talking about how I wanted to get in bed with big candy.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know if that's really how it was worded before, but now here we are.
Yeah, well, let's send them the last segment, not this one.
I need you to fill that other gift before the show's over and drink from it.
Oh, the flask? I was like, how do I drink out of a candy dispenser?
I mean, you
okay,
do whatever
the
you
flask.
want. You can fill them both.
So this is a great idea because we talked about on the show how much fun it would be to have a very gentlemanly flask and then for me to carry around milk in it, which I do plan on doing.
Give them the recipe for blue milk.
Yeah, exactly.
That's slushy. I don't know if that would work.
All right. You ready for the bee or not the bee?
I am ready.
Wiggins.
Oh, Wiggins! The bee or not the bee?
Okay. Series of stories.
Get to it, Ryan.
Yeah, sorry that I didn't hit my post there. I didn't know that was a post.
That I sidestepped the post there. Just like dove out of the way of it. Whoops.
Stop.
Hammer time.
So these are, of course, stories that are either real or they're from the Babylon Bee, which is a satire news website. I, as usual, will read the headline. You got to tell me whether or not you think it's real or fake. Here we go. Investigators beginning to suspect Claudine Gay's novel Larry Potter and the Sorcerer's Rock may have been plagiarized. You a big Larry Potter fan, Leah?
Never seen a Harry Potter movie.
Larry Potter, no.
Harry Potter?
How do you know you're not a fan?
I don't know.
I feel like I may have read it anyway.
You might be.
Harvard president Claudine Gay is facing new plagiarism allegations following accusations earlier this week that she had plagiarized portions of her 1997 PhD dissertation and 3 other published works. Investigators now suspect Gay's novel Larry Potter and the Sorcerer's Rock may also have been plagiarized. Quote, to the layperson's eyes, Larry Potter may just seem like an original book about a boy with a scar on his cheek who is whisked away to Dogwart's School for Warlocks, said lead investigator Pam Smithers. But subtle clues suggest she may have taken some ideas from another yet-to-be-disclosed author. In response to allegations of plagiarism, President Gay issued the following statement, quote, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country.
That's a good one.
All right, next one. Seventh-day Adventist Chick-fil-A closed Saturday, open Sunday.
I haven't heard that story.
That's B. That's got to be the B.
I'm going to say real. What do you think, Leah?
I'm going to say B.
Seventh-day Filet is just like Chick-fil-A, only open on Sundays with an entirely plant-based menu.
This is be the B,
This
right?
is the B.
Okay. Just to make sure.
We don't serve chicken here, said General Manager Desmond Forthright. Well, at least they'll still have sweet tea, said one ignorant customer, soon to be disappointed. There's more to Chick-fil-A than just the chicken, right? Right? That's all. Next one. Man, things are ending fast. I gotta hit my posts. New York lawmakers introduce bill to force Chick-fil-A restaurants along highway to stay open on Sundays.
Ooh.
I'll say real for that one.
I think that one's real.
Yeah.
It is real.
That's wild.
New York is
Force somebody
attempting to force Chick-fil-A to stay open on Sundays.
That is so... Well, read the story because that's outrageous.
Well, I want to read the Good Morning America version of that headline. It says, Chick-fil-A could soon be open on Sundays in some locations.
How can you
By
force that?
Just missed the headline here. The famously closed on Sundays chicken sandwich fast food chain could soon be required to fire up the fryers and serve hungry travelers in some locations. The New York State Assembly has put forth a new bill known as the Rest Stop Restaurant Act that would require food and beverage companies contracted to provide services along the Thruway and the Port Authority in New York and New Jersey to stay open 7 days a week.
Why? How could that possibly be? Like restaurants don't open. A lot of restaurants don't do Mondays because that's the only day that they, especially when they're short staffed, that they can give people a day off in some respects.
Man,
how could you tell them that? How could you tell anybody you have to be open on this day? You don't. it's a business. You don't get to determine. You don't get to do that.
Yeah.
It's like they want you to know that we can do this to you and we will force you to do this. We know you make a big deal about it, but we're a bigger deal than you and we can force you to do this.
It reeks of that. And it also is like, well, it's just these locations that are on the highway that are contracted. Do you not think that the New York Assembly or whoever was contracting with them knew that they weren't open on Sundays when you did this?
Like, it's not like it's a big secret.
Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, we did this and they're open 6 days.
I didn't
We
realize
didn't even know. Wow, this is a travesty for travelers on Sundays.
And it's not like there's not another restaurant that would be open on that Sunday that you could go to.
Not to mention that this is most likely going to be, if it passes, because it hasn't yet, but it's New York.
I need a Mr. Smith Goes to Washington style filibuster in the New York Assembly. Just somebody just standing on there, just railing against it, reading the phone book or whatever.
You want to be a hero? You want to be famous?
There's
your
Chick-fil-A.
opportunity, somebody from New York.
That's just, I mean, that is incredibly outrageous.
It really is. And it's a First Amendment violation. Religious rights. They've got to fight this if it happens. All right, next one. And this one has sound associated, so here we go. East LA girl went on a date with a masculine guy and felt the feminism leaving her body.
What do you think, Leah?
Oh, I was waiting for sound. I'm going to say B.
Man, this could be real because that sounds like something that would be on a TikTok. So I'm going to go real.
It's real.
Yep. East LA girl went on a date with a masculine guy and felt the feminism leading her body. There's about a 2-minute clip. I've kind of cut it down to about 40 seconds, but here it is.
Guys, I went on a date this week and I felt the feminism leaving my body. I live on the east side of LA, and if you don't know what that means, it's sort of like the artsier part of LA, you know. What I will say is that I sort of fell into going on a date with the most guy's guy. It befell me. It befell me in an organic fashion. So I'm on this date with this guy.
Excuse me, what?
The thing about a guy's guy is he's putting his card down. He's paying for everything. And I really it sort of activated something feral in me. I'm not gonna lie. It might be time for me to get away from all these, liberal snowflakes on the east side.
I saw this video and I am not the reason did I send it to you?
No,
I don't know if I sent it to you. It's so absurd that I don't want to get duped.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to find out because it's a TikTok video that was uploaded to Twitter that this is actually a conservative actress of some sort making a point with her video. Like, I need to know that this is a legit TikTok. But I mean, like, duh. What you're dealing with right there is called biology.
Well, it awoke something feral in her, she said.
And she said, it befell me? Who the heck says that?
I don't know. But she looked the part. That's the thing. Yes. Is she didn't look like she was faking this. She looked like a girl.
Like a liberal snowflake.
Yeah, she really did. She did. And I'll read just this paragraph here. It says, this liberal girl is sitting here eating cereal out of an artsy cat bowl, talking about the men and women she's gone on dates with. I didn't leave that part in just because it wasn't apropos to the best of the meat of that stuff. And her heart is aflutter for this guy's guy out of Santa Monica who is confident, assertive, responsible, and caring. I hope that this is real. But I guess we'll see.
Imagine, go ahead, Brad.
I was going to say, if it is real and you're the guy that took her out on that date, aren't you like, that's right. Oh, yeah.
That dude's a winner.
Well, I was just going to, it's funny that you said that because I was going to say, imagine being the guy who took her out and then saw this. And I would assume that this guy would be like, I think I'm done here.
Well, yeah. I don't know about his relationship with her, but in life, that guy's winning.
But your ego is like, oh, yeah. I'm the dude. Also, I'm done with her.
Whether or not that turns out to be that she's, punking anybody, it seems real to me. It's definitely not the Babylon Bee. Next story, Clarence the Angel takes Gavin Newsom to Florida to show him what California would look like if he'd never been born.
That has to be that's the bee.
That's CNN.
Are you serious?
I'm not serious.
I'm like, really?
It's amazing.
It says, I just picked him up and flew him over to Florida.
He's about to go to the library.
Clarence explained, easiest job I've ever had. Earlier in the day, residents had observed Newsom wandering the streets of San Francisco, muttering to himself about the futility of life. I was supposed to be president. I was supposed to be the guy, cried out Newsom. Instead, I've spent my days toiling away in California. And now looking around at this crummy little state, what do I have to show for it? What has it all been for? It was then that Clarence the Angel descended to Gavin's, Newsom's side, arriving to visibly show Newsom the fruits of his life's work. You're going to be given a great gift, Gavin, to see what California would look like if you had never been born, exclaimed Clarence as they arrived in Florida. Look at the unvarnished beauty of nature. Walk the streets free of feces. Live the livelihoods unruined. Hear the laughter of children allowed to live. You see, Gavin, each man's life touches so many other lives. See all the wonderful things that don't exist because of you. It really is a wonderful life here in Florida, isn't it?
Oh, man.
All right, here we go. Gingerbread house in California listed on Zillow for $1.9 million.
Oh, no.
That's a tough one.
Oh, no.
I'm going to say real.
B.
I'm going to back Leah on this one, real.
And he is correct.
Yes.
This charming 2-square-foot gingerbread home comes tastefully appointed
2 square foot.
and is
Big gingerbread
priced
home.
to sell. That is pretty big. Stated the listing, with breathtaking views of someone else's living room, this gorgeous estate won't be on the market for long. Sources report that over a dozen offers have already been made, including from local newlyweds John and Kelly Reasons. We've been desperately waiting for a more affordable home to come on the market, said John. We'll still try to negotiate a couple things like cleaning up the icing drips on the windowsills, but this is the best option we've seen in LA in years. At publishing time, the home had dropped in price to $1.4 million after the Dawson's puppy ate the back half of the house.
A lot of hating on California today.
There is.
I love it.
It's a Christmas wish.
It's a Christmas
fulfilled.
miracle. All right, stick around. More Annie Frey Show when we return. The YouTube live chat poll. Which do you love more about Christmas? Let's read Quick Rick's comment here. Giving is the reason for the season. And Quick Rick dropped off some delicious goodies for the Annie Frey Show today. Rick, thank you so much. Your generosity humbles us each and every time, and we're grateful for it. For everybody else, I want you to stick around. We've got more Annie Frey Show around the corner. Ask us anything in the comments on the Annie Frey YouTube channel. And the Freys and the Wiggins, the kids, face off at X's and O's at 2 o'clock. We'll be right back.
The red suit man is riding in on.
Hey, Mark Cox here. I recently learned something new from St. Louis real estate expert Gloria Liu of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. She told me the number of all-cash home sales is at the highest level since 2011. Makes sense. Gloria knows that today home sellers have options outside of a real estate agent or an auction company, and that a cash offer may be the best solution. Unlike a local investor or a real estate agent that gives you just one option, Gloria Liu is able to provide multiple cash offers quickly by visiting her website. You also get a guaranteed offer from one of her motivated buyers in waiting. So if you'd like to receive multiple cash offers on your home quickly, visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. That's GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. You can sell as is without having to make any costly repair and choose your closing date. Get multiple cash offers for your home today at GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. That's GloriaHasTheBuyers.com.
Jules on Hampton in St. Louis Hills is paying some of the highest prices on gold, silver, diamonds, semi-precious colored stones, and fine watches on site. Jules on Hampton is a premier jeweler with an exquisite selection of diamonds, semi-precious stone jewelry, and vintage watches. Their expert design team can restyle your jewelry to today's contemporary style. They also do jewelry and watch repair. Need extra cash? Jules on Hampton is paying some of the highest prices on gold, silver, diamonds, semi-precious colored stones, and fine watches. Bring in your collectibles and clocks, sports memorabilia, and figurines too. Jules on Hampton, 4506 Hampton, just 3 blocks south of Chippewa. Call them at 314-752-5000. Jules on Hampton.
Are you trying to enjoy the holiday season, but the stress of finding the perfect gift is making you a Grinch? I've got the perfect solution, Rosetta Stone. With their lifetime subscription to 25 languages, you're gifting an experience that's fun, useful, and lasts forever. Your grandma can learn from the comfort of her recliner, and your brother can flirt with the exchange student he has a crush on. or at least try. They offer customized learning plans that include engaging and fun content to teach you both the language and the culture. I took a refresher on Spanish last year for my job and just started learning Italian this year for my next adventure. Plus, they've got a special offer to help you make the holiday season more affordable. Visit rosettastone.com to score 50% off and give the gift that opens your loved ones to new experiences and perspectives. Visit rosettastone.com/radio to give a gift that doesn't flop. Offer ends soon. That's rosettastone.com/radio.
KFTK FM Florissant. From the Under Law Injury Lawyers, GetJim.com studio. 97.1 FM Talk. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
On the road again. I'm Therese Crowley, Fox News. Millions of Americans hitting the road and the skies ahead of the holiday weekend. Today expected to be the busiest at the airport, tomorrow on the roads. Fox Business Kelly Saberi on the road in Chicago.
The roads aren't too bad. Well, 103.6 million people will be hitting the roads over the course of the holiday travel period, taking the journey of over 50 miles. That's according to AAA. They're also telling us that if you're going to make a trip like that to go visit friends and family for Christmas this weekend, the best time to leave would be before 10 a.m. tomorrow. So make sure to get out there before Saturday at 10 a.m. Something else that we're learning, 7 million people will be taking to the skies to get to their destinations, and another 4 million will either be using a bus, train, or a cruise to celebrate.
And President Biden playing Santa, commuting the sentences of nearly a dozen nonviolent drug offenders, with thousands more convicted of marijuana offenses eligible for pardons on federal lands.
Thousands of people convicted on federal land and in D.C. for simple marijuana possession are being pardoned by President Biden as part of a commitment to drug law reform and rectifying racial disparities in the justice system. In addition, the president has granted clemency to 11 people serving what he calls disproportionately long sentences for nonviolent drug offenses. The White House says if convicted today under current guidelines, the individuals would have faced significantly reduced sentences. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
A hostage families group is confirming the death of 73-year-old American-Israeli Gadi Haggai, kidnapped by Hamas along with his wife near their kibbutz October 7th, shot, severely injured. Hamas still holding his wife, Judy. The UN Security Council passed a resolution to allow more aid into Gaza. America's listening to Fox News.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare information guide absolutely free. Call 800-919-3200. That's 800-919-3200. 800-919-3200.
Hey, you're up next. My throat hurts so bad. There's no way I can sing tonight.
Here, try these.
Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Yeah, Vicks VapoCool Drops has maximum strength menthol with a rush of Vicks Vapors.
Ooh, I can already feel it.
I told you. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Vaporize sore throat pain fast with Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation. Weather.
Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Clouds and periods of rain, mainly light rain, 55. Tonight, rain fades by 10 o'clock, otherwise cloudy skies, 48. Saturday, partly to mostly cloudy skies, but it's a dry day on Saturday. How about 62 degrees, rain moving in late Saturday night, and then a bigger wet stretch for Sunday night, and Monday could see over an inch of rain. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Join me, Mark Reardon, and the 97.1 FM Talk team for a night of purpose at the inaugural Give Back Trivia Night on January 5th at the Moolah Shrine Center. Be a beacon of hope for children. Reserve your table now at 971talk.com/events.
Mark Cox here. I've got an idea. Let's all go to Italy next spring. I'm going to the Amalfi Coast next spring with my friends of conservativetours.com, and you can go along as well. We'll cover Rome, the Amalfi Coast, Puglia, the Isle of Capri, the Abbey of Monte Cassino. It may be one of Italy's best-kept secrets. You know, I've been to the Amalfi Coast before. It is without a doubt one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. While you're there, you can take a high-speed jet foil over to the Isle of Capri, which is a site that everyone needs to see. Positano is absolutely beautiful. Sorrento is just gorgeous. You'll get to visit the ruins of Pompeii as one of your side trips if you go on this trip. It's $53.67 a person. That includes your airfare from St. Louis. Call them toll-free at 888-733-9494. It's 888-733-9494 or conservativetours.com.
Hi, it's Scott and Andrea at Best Buy Flooring.
Andrea, what song is that?
Scott, I'm getting ready for the holidays singing my favorite jingles.
Why don't you sing about our deals at Best Buy Flooring?
Great idea. We are fully stocked with carpet, luxury vinyl plank, luxury vinyl tile, carpet tile, ceramic tile, sheet vinyl, and area rugs.
Free financing, too. Visit us at 2 locations, 7301 North Lindbergh Boulevard in Hazelwood, Missouri, and 1851 West U.S. Highway 50 in O'Fallon, Illinois.
Open 7 days a week.
Best flooring, best selection, Best Buy. Best Buy Flooring. Happy holidays.
I can see clearly now thanks to the doctors at Ophthalmology Associates. Doctors Greg Birdie, Ranjan Malhotra, Robert Brusati, Andy Royer, and introducing Samuel Berry. You can too. Call 314-966-5000 or check out youridoc.com. That's youridoc.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
The vote is in. STL Today has certified the result. Onderlaw has been voted 2023's best law firm in St. Louis.
When you're injured, call Onder Law at 314 or 618-9000000.
This hour of the Annie Frey Show is brought to you by Ruler Foods. Low prices, no coupons. Ruler Foods.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what they're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
All right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong. I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom.
It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady. What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. We appreciate everybody who's been hanging out with us so far. This last radio show for us before the Christmas break here. That we're going to be live all next week, except for Christmas Day. But the Annie Frey Show, everything on the radio station is going to continue to carry on through that kind of purgatory time between Christmas and New Year's. Isn't it amazing when you get to have that moment, if you get that some time off, where you're like, what time is it? What day is it? There are very few rare moments as an adult where you get to enjoy that.
Yeah, you know, when I was a kid, I did not understand that after Christmas, there were days that existed until New Year's. I didn't understand that because when you have an advent calendar, they look like a calendar, but they stop at 25. So I thought, well, what happens after 25 in December? Are those days just
Christmas
non-existent? I really could not fathom, because I thought I knew what the calendar said, and it said it ended in 25. And I know we're not in January 1st yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know what this week is.
Well, I'm going to take some time to be with my kids. Our kids are coming in at 2:00. Are your kids excited to play X's and O's today? Do they understand what they're going to do?
They haven't told me, but when I texted my wife yesterday or Wednesday about doing this, she said, "Oh my gosh, they're freaking out."
Yeah.
So I think they're excited. Yeah.
So it's going to be Wiggins Fry's girls versus boys, and the experts being Leah and Brad and myself. So we'll see how it goes.
Mm-hmm. And the questions are a little different. They're not necessarily, there's a couple news-based ones, but
I'm prepared to feel like a complete idiot with the kids being like, "Mom, how do you not know that, dummy?"
We'll see. We'll see. They're things that, you know, I got a couple little random trivia things in there that you might have known when you were a kid, but might be a little tougher when you're older, that kind of stuff. We'll see.
Okay. Well, stick around. 2:00. We are going to play X's and O's, a Christmas edition with our families in here, and we're looking forward to that. It's very much so one of those things where it's like never work with kids or animals because you do not have any control over the situation. We will have minimal control over the situation.
We're giving our children 2 live mics for almost an hour.
If you're going to want to tune in and see me going,
yourself.
Stop. That's a particular name that came out right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I assume Evelyn's going to be doing most of the talking. So Charlie and Jensen will be there and supportive, but they're not going to be in a position to be like, this is my moment to shine.
I don't know if I've told you. I probably have, but my daughter, Sunny, is about the same age as Evelyn, maybe a year older. They love each other.
They do.
They're so much alike, those 2 girls. And anytime I've come to Molly's birthdays or different things that you've done or that I've done, that they've interacted, first question is always, well, is Evelyn going to be there?
Mm-hmm.
And the answer is yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then, okay, great. And then we can stay for a long time, right? Well, maybe.
And play forever because we're best friends.
Yeah.
Which is ironic because it's what I say about your wife.
You are not the only person referring to my wife as your best friend now.
What do you mean?
My wife is referring to you as her best friend now.
Yes, because that's what BFFs do.
I understand, but so is Mark Cox.
I should have.
Mark Cox, I'm sharing an office with the guy. He comes in the other day and he goes, so I heard Annie's best friend said you're not that good in the bedroom.
What?
And I'm like, whoa.
Ryan.
Whoa.
That needs context.
I know. That's what I said. Mark, that's not what I said. That is not what I said. And he's like, well, I gotta go.
The natural next step is not to say that to St. Louis.
Well, we already did it on the air. That's how he heard it.
That's not really how it went.
That's correct. That's not how it went.
I think Mr. Cox was making a joke.
Yeah, I think he was too.
But what you just said there is really just a statement. And not really an accurate depiction of what took place.
No, it was not an accurate depiction.
But we'll just leave it there.
Okay.
Perfect segue. You know who's going to have a good 2024? Might not have predicted that they would have a good 2024.
Mike Johnson.
Who had a bad 2023 in Congress?
George Santos.
Yeah. Do you know what his new gig is?
Online influencer.
George Santos traded a $174,000 congressional salary for a 6-figure career on Cameo.
6 figures?
The app CEO says it is one of the best launches they've ever had.
Oh, my gosh.
And this is from Fortune.
That's amazing.
George Santos is living his best life. Obviously. The disgraced Congress member from New York who recently made history by becoming the first House member to be ejected by his colleagues without a criminal conviction says he's found a new and better source of revenue, making personalized videos on Cameo for $500 a piece.
My gosh, $500.
See, this is exactly what the Hunter Biden family was doing, just he's doing it publicly.
He's not claiming that he's an artist.
Does it bother you at all that he's doing that? Like, George Santos, I took the pitch on George Santos stories for quite some time. I didn't feel like everybody was on the edge of their seat to see what George Santos was going to say or do next. In fact, you were kind of trying to avert your eyes to what he might be doing next. Don't want to see. This is what this is what Molly does. She puts her hand up, palm out over her eyes when you walk in the room and she's crabby, and she just says, "Stop it."
That's funny when you're 2.
She's so 2. Take your hand, put your hand out in front of you, fingers together but straight, like you're about to give someone a high five, but with your fingers together, and then put the back of your hand up to the opposite side of your eye, and just say, "Stop it."
It's like old dramatic actresses.
She said
Other
to me,
side.
she was so up. There you go. Stop it. You have to do it like you've been bothered.
Yeah.
Got the vapors.
Yesterday, she was having a meltdown. She's been sick. She's been on antibiotics now. She had an ear infection, and it went into an eye infection or something. And she was just upset. She couldn't get past being upset in the morning. And Katie, her nanny, was coming to get her. And she's in the office, and she was laying with her knees on the floor and her body just laying on top of the treadmill, like walking place, just like the most random place. And I would walk past the office, and she goes, "Stop it. Stay in the kitchen." I'm like, I literally said out loud, "Molly, you can't bully me." She was so rude to me.
That is rude.
She has no idea. Stop it.
It's funny when you're 2. Also, I love that kids will just lay down anywhere at that age.
I know.
And fall asleep sometimes.
It's helpful as a parent to remember that all the emotions that your kids go through are the same emotions you have in the same situations, but you probably have learned to manage those emotions in a responsible, culturally, civilly acceptable way, and the kids haven't yet. So you just have to teach them that. But when you see that, have you ever felt like crap and not wanted to go about your day and you just wanted to lay down and tell everyone to stop it?
Yeah.
I
Lay
have.
down on the treadmill.
You ever wanted to not walk on the treadmill and just lay
I
on it?
don't want to exercise right now. I'm going to lay down on that thing. I'll turn it on, but that's all. I'll let it rub my chin, I was going to say, and then I paused in the wrong spot. This is not intentional, I promise. Anyway, George Santos.
I will have made more money in 7 days than I would have made in an entire year in Congress. Does it bother you that he's profiting? I mean, his character of not like one's character is good or bad, but his his persona is what won him a seat in Congress. And now that same persona got him kicked out of Congress. And now he's making even more money on it now that he's been bounced from Congress. He's like, what's that one guy, Perez Hilton?
That's like weird. I haven't thought about that guy's name in years.
He's like Perez Hilton of politics. He's been on the inside and he's ready to spill all the tea. And people are like, here's $500. Would you talk to me?
Yeah, wish my daughter happy birthday. I will make this distinction with George Santos. I don't necessarily blame him for using the situation to make a bunch of money. If you're in that situation, you're being an American capitalist. Okay. I don't like the situation that has allowed somebody like him to make money on that situation, though.
But is that political or cultural?
It's cultural.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, politics is the venue, but it's not the.
Yeah, it's cultural.
The mode.
It's the attention economy. If you do anything you can to get all that attention, whether good or bad, you're gonna profit off of it, and usually bad. Usually it's not somebody doing something heroic that's good that people are then like, ooh, wow, I want to be a part of that guy's gang. But if you do something ridiculous, if you are a joke like that guy is, he's going to make a lot of money. And again, I don't blame him for making a lot of money now, but I do not like the culture that creates that.
Andrew said I'd never be that money hungry where I'd be ripping people off. You're not really ripping people off.
Not
though.
now.
You're saying, I will do this for $500. And people are saying, here's $500. Who are those people?
I don't know.
I really don't know. Well, one of them is John Fetterman. Yeah.
I would not. Yeah, that's true. I would be so nervous to put up a cameo of because I've had people. I think Leah can confirm this in the next segment when she comes back in for Ask Us Anything. A reminder to give us your questions on the Annie Frey YouTube channel. I think that I filmed a birthday greeting for her stepmom. I think she reached out to me or somebody reached out to me and asked me to. I've done that before for people. If I put up a cameo and was like $10 and I'll do a birthday greeting for you, I would be so scared and embarrassed that people wouldn't want to pay me $10. Like, you think you're worth $10 for me to? Who needs you to say happy birthday? And you think it's going to cost George Santos is charging $500, and the only reason he's famous is for things that I would be so mortified to be associated with. It's just a different existence.
It would be so weird to be in that situation too, because I would think that he knows 100% of the people paying him that money are doing so because they think he's a laughingstock joke and they're going to send it to their buddy because it's funny. Nobody's doing that because they're like, oh,
I want to support
George.
I want to support George in his time of trouble.
But he doesn't care.
Clearly he doesn't.
He does not care, which is amazing.
Scooter said, what's Santos going to do for a living when his 15 minutes are over? He should monetize it while he can. I mean, I don't disagree with that.
I don't either.
Because it's not like you're stealing from anybody. At least not in this instance. I think he might have actually literally stolen from people, but I'm not 100% sure.
Not now, though.
I haven't seen the entire ethics complaint, nor have I cared to. But he does. He has George Santos could be more of a factor in 2024 than people are really thinking because he does know stuff. He's been on the inside. I don't know, there's the inner sanctum of what goes on in D.C., and people have a lot of theories about that. But I'm sure that there are layers to that exposure. But once you're in, you're going to be in. And the one thing that I've learned in politics is that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. If George Santos is looking to put people on blast, again, just like Perez Hilton or TMZ originally started out as really just kind of being a rag, if people know that they could reach out to George Santos and George Santos can drop some sort of dramatic secret about something that's going on in Washington, D.C., it's going to have as much cred as the freaking dossier had when it comes out. And that becomes politically advantageous for other people in D.C., whether or not they know the known association between the person who wants said information to get out and George Santos, if that relationship is never made public, the leaker, whomever it might be, about whatever particular information, George Santos could be dropping bombs all over the place in 2024. And I think people are going to pay attention to him.
Well, his bombs would look like TMZ too, because he was kicked off of all of his committees pretty early, and he's a freshman congressman. So I don't know that he's going to have a lot of political knowledge. He wasn't inside the rooms, and he's not going to be able to drop that. I think I know when China's going to invade Taiwan.
Nobody cares about that stuff.
No.
If people cared about that stuff, Ryan, they would vote smarter.
Yeah. But what he can drop is, I know so-and-so has been hanging out with so-and-so a lot.
That's the point. That's what I'm saying.
That's the TMZ.
Behind the scenes and all that stuff.
It's slosh. It's so not important to the substance. We're not talking about policy. We're talking about politics. And even if he weren't in the committee rooms having those conversations, nobody wants to hear about that stuff. Nobody's like, what did this committee talk about today? They want to know who's been with who on Friday nights after the parties and who hangs out with, this person, what Republican and Democrat spend time together. They want to know all of the tea. And George Santos, the more I talk about it, the more I think he could be on the precipice of something huge. Is he going to go to jail?
I don't think that's been discussed.
If they need him to, he will.
That's true. Yeah. If he starts spilling tea, all of a sudden, he's done illegal things.
Ask us anything when we come back.
AMA. Hashtag AMA. Let us know your questions.
Join us on the Annie Frey YouTube channel. Vote in the YouTube live chat poll. Which do you like more about Christmas, giving or receiving gifts? Let's get to a comment here from Ripper. We were so glad to meet Colonel Ripper at the Ruler Foods Food Drive. Very kind gentleman. As far as gifts, I'm notoriously difficult to buy for, so people usually suck at picking something I like, so giving is more fun. And that is sometimes a problem that we create for ourselves, but you also don't want people to just go out and spend their hard-earned money on like a thing, just something to put in a bag or wrap to give to you that you're never going to use. So that I get what Colonel Ripper is saying there. And Amy said, I love giving gifts. I hate people spending money on me. A lot of that going on today. Let's take a quick break and ask us anything when we come back. Don't go away.
The more you give at Christmas time, the more you get. Christmas is a coming.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show on St. Louis's home for conservative talk. Find the podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie.
You haven't got a friendly cat, may God bless you. God bless you, gentlemen, God bless you. If you haven't got a friendly cat, may God bless you.
I'm Dr. Nick Barnes at Health From Within Family Chiropractic in Rock Hill. At Health From Within, our mission is to transform the way you manage your health by bringing you the truth about health and healing. We use proven techniques to remove interference in the nervous system and maximize health naturally, without drugs or surgery. Connect with me at healthfromwithinstl.com and join me for Maximize Living on this station every Sunday at 8 a.m. or download the Maximize Living podcast, healthfromwithinstl.com.
We don't want you on our team. You're too slow and fat.
This is weight bias.
Don't you care how you look?
Those with the serious disease called obesity face weight bias every day.
You're not the right fit for this job.
And blame themselves.
I wish I was different.
Weight bias
hurts. Let's stop weight bias.
Be part of the solution. Go to stopweightbias.com. A public service message from Obesity Action Coalition.
What better way to support your nutrition than with the multivitamin that was created right here in St. Louis? Neovitin Original Multivitamin was created by St. Louis physician Dr. Abicki to support his own nutrition when he needed it most. Now, Neovitin Original Multivitamin is formulated with sensible doses of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and Dr. Abicki's proprietary blend to give you nutritional support you won't find anywhere else. Neovitin is now conveniently available through our no-obligation monthly subscription. Cancel or pause at any time, and shipping is free. Support your nutrition with a subscription to Neovitin at neovitin.com today.
Jewels on Hampton and St. Louis Hills is paying some of the highest prices on gold, silver, diamonds, semi-precious colored stones, coins, flatware, and fine watches on site. Jewels on Hampton is a premier jeweler featuring Alvanza's jewel art designs with an exquisite selection of diamonds, semi-precious stone jewelry, and vintage watches. Their expert design team can restyle your jewelry to today's contemporary style. They also do jewelry and watch repair. Need extra cash? Jewels on Hampton is paying some of the highest prices on gold, silver, diamonds, semi-precious colored stones, coins, flatware, and fine watches. Bring in your collectibles and clocks and sports memorabilia and figurines too. Jewels on Hampton, 4506 Hampton, just 3 blocks south of Chippewa, and jewelsonhampton.com. Call them at 314-752-5000, 314-752-5000, and jewelsonhampton.com. Jewels on Hampton.
Hey guys, Glover here for a brand new sponsor to the show, Master.com. That's MASTOR.com. If your phone system does not allow you to be anywhere in the world, if it is not connected to the cloud, if it is not partnered with Nuso, which is a St. Louis company and a nationwide leader in cloud-based phone systems, then you are with the wrong company. We are local, we're family owned, we are great at what we do. Once again, find us at Mastor, MASTOR.com. That's Master.com for the best phone service.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation Studio. Air Comfort Service is hiring licensed journeymen. Don't have a journeyman license? Air Comfort Service will help you get it. Get guaranteed hours year-round and more. Apply online at aircomfortservice.com.
St. Louis is home for conservative talk.
The Mark Reardon Show.
Off for a few days to enjoy Christmas with my family. Back on Tuesday with Sue Thomas. Filling in this afternoon on a Friday, Ryan Recker.
Weekdays from 3 to 6 on 97.1 FM Talk.
I sure do like those Christmas cookies, sugar.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
I sure do like those Christmas
Follow Annie on
cookies,
Twitter
babe.
at Annie Frey Show.
The ones that look like Santa Claus, Christmas trees and bells and stars. I sure do like those Christmas cookies, babe. Now, Christmas cookies
Welcome
are
back
a
to the Annie
special-
Frey Show. We're happy to be with you this afternoon. It's 1:27 on the Friday before Christmas. Christmas on a Monday is nice. A full weekend to get prepared for the holiday. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah, we're ready. We got a little bit of wrapping to do this weekend. Not much. We've been keeping pace pretty well, but we're about ready to go.
Before we get to Ask Me Anything, let's cue that up. You want to open here?
Yes,
We got
yes,
a gift
thank you,
from
thank you.
Todd.
Yes.
Todd, as we call him.
Yes.
Todd's always with us on the YouTube live chat. We've met him many times, and he dropped by some goodies for us. And so
These are very well wrapped. They are Christmas boxes with Christmas cookies, one marked to each of us on the show.
thank you.
From Todd.
Thank you, Todd.
I think there's one in here for Trisha as well, even though Trisha's not here today. And his famous banana bread.
Yes, open that right now.
Okay, I will.
Let's just sit here
They're
and
little-
eat it on air
She's
for the
like,
next segment.
They're little squares
Oh,
made up
that's
for
perfect.
us.
That's
So,
amazing.
That's fantastic. That is
very thoughtful.
the way to do it, because then I don't have to determine like what size piece do I eat. And then you eat your responsible size piece, and then you sit and stare at the pan, and it stares at you.
Yeah, this says this is how much you
This
eat.
is your piece.
This
yeah.
is what you get.
We ate the whole pan, I think, at the event, the Heroes Care
man.
event that he brought it to. All
It
right.
didn't take long either.
Are we ready for Ask Us Anything?
Yeah, we are.
All right, let's go.
You have to ask me nicely.
Don't make me beg here.
Ask me anything.
Tell me the truth!
Okay, my question to start with is: do you have any cartoons from your childhood that you really miss? What was your favorite one? Maybe you haven't seen it in a long time.
I really like the Animaniacs.
Oh yeah, those so good.
The Animaniacs hit just right where I was of the age where it's kind of getting out of cartoons, but it was smart enough to still keep your attention and entertain you.
That cartoon was funny.
Ryan and I were just talking about that the other day.
We actually were.
It's like, you know what other cartoon was
We
great?
also mentioned Freakazoid.
Freakazoid.
Nobody remembers that one. It was Animaniacs kind of counterpart, same
Leah?
company.
I think, and I don't know how old it is, but I remember watching it. Scooby-Doo, like Where Are You?
Uh-huh.
It was like the old version.
The original version of it?
I think so.
Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? There were distinctions between
but it was
those.
like the older one.
Okay.
Like I don't know. I mean, there's so many different versions, but
How do you feel about Scrappy-Doo?
yeah, he's all right.
He's a divider of people.
I was going to say he's very much a divider of people on Scooby-Doo.
I like Scrappy. I like Scrappy-Doo because I didn't like the original ones very much, and Scrappy was in the newer ones.
Did you like the movies? The
No.
live action?
No, they
really?
were bad. Yeah, they were bad.
I liked them.
I really don't like anything live action.
That was a cartoon.
I'm trying to think of an instance. The Disney's Beauty and the Beast is their only adaptation that I enjoy watching that movie. I am so mad at Aladdin. The
I've
live
never
action
watched
version
it.
of Aladdin made me so mad. It might be because we went to see it in the theaters. I think it was like one of our, we're going to go out in COVID time where they're like, okay, I guess we'll open up the theaters. And I was so mad that I spent like $100 on my family to go watch Aladdin.
I've avoided all those. They seem like
Hate
such a money grab to me that I'm like,
Yes.
I'm not going after this. And Beauty and the Beast you mentioned, that was the one that kicked it all off, and that wasn't even originally Disney. They bought that after it was already being made. So it wasn't even theirs, really.
Yeah, it was. I thought that was good. It had some good original songs. Acting was really good.
Just to throw in my 2 cents, Garfield and Friends.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, man, did I love that
You're a
cartoon.
Garfield guy?
Garfield was savage.
It was good. It was good.
Next question. Do you have one?
I do have another. It is, if you were to sing karaoke, what song would you pick?
Leah? Look at her. She knows.
Yes, she already knows.
Don't.
Yes, you
You
do.
already do
I
this,
don't
apparently.
sing. I don't sing. And
Nobody who karaoke's sings.
Well, I don't go to karaoke either. I don't know. I'd probably do.
It's got to be a Taylor Swift song.
No.
What Taylor Swift song do you know?
All of
Front
them.
to back, top to bottom, all of them?
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
I don't know. I think Endgame, which was on Reputation.
Yep, I know that one.
Yeah, it's my favorite. I'm not gonna sing it though. I was gonna say, I guess, like everybody's go-to is Mr. Brightside.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So.
Coming out of my head. Yeah, I'm just. What about you, Brad?
Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi. It is a song that once you start, everybody's going to sing along with you.
Here we go.
Why are you laughing?
She's pulling it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to do it.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
I'm not. I'm looking for the name of the song that I would sing. What's yours?
Tequila.
That's cheap. That's a cheap shot.
That is what I would choose, though.
Have you ever done that?
No. I've never karaoke'd in my life.
Somebody did that. Didn't somebody do that at a America's Got Talent show or something like that?
Oh, no, they probably did. That's a good bit.
What's yours?
Now it's stolen.
Ryan's so mad.
Hell on Heels by Pistol Annies.
Oh.
Do we know this song?
I don't
I've
know
heard
if
it.
You do. I do.
Yeah, I've heard it.
It's Miranda Lambert's trio.
Okay.
Russell says, do any of you play an instrument? If not, and you had one instrument you could magically play, which would it be and why? Ryan? You play any instruments?
No, I don't. But I would play, if I could magically play one, it'd be like a sweet classical guitar. Just because it would be so unexpected. Like, I don't play modern guitar music at all.
Ryan, do you
Only
play
the
anything?
classics.
I don't know. And he gets out a guitar, starts playing Canon in D.
Leah?
Does this tickle your fancy?
I play the flute, but I wish I didn't.
What a
You
statement.
can stop.
Why? Yeah, no one's.
I wish I could have done like a normal instrument, like guitar or piano, but in grade school that wasn't offered. So, yeah, Lutheran grade school, you got to be in the band.
Man, that missed me.
Really?
There might have been a band when I was in Lutheran grade school, and it was in no way, shape, or form mandatory. I never had to play a recorder. Did you ever have to do a recorder?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you?
Nope. Missed it.
Did you?
I hated it. I hated it.
Yeah.
We did that Christmas service on Wednesday, and they played "Go Tell It on the Mountain" on recorders. And I said, I sit next to my father, I'm like, recorders are by far the funniest instrument that exists.
Oh yeah, if I'm going to a concert, it's either Taylor Swift level or it's a recorder
if you
with
were
fourth
playing
graders.
a song on the recorder, it is funny. If you're playing it bad, it's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
If you're playing it good, it's hilarious.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that's true.
There's
It's technically true.
There's no way to get out of that.
When I was at MOBAP, one of the professors there had his doctorate in clarinet, but for chapel one time, he came out and he played the recorder and just absolutely killed it.
Shredded the
was
recorder.
so amazing. But like you said, it was hilarious because he's got this little bit, but he's killing it. Sounds like a jazz song and everything. It was amazing.
Was your professor Zamfir?
No. Maybe.
That's a weird name.
I don't know who that is.
Remember the Zamfir commercials? He'd play pan flute in the 80s. They'd be like, order the Zamfir CD.
No. Brad, you playing an instrument?
I can kind of sort of play the bass guitar. And if I could magically play any instrument, it would be the bass guitar, but I'd want to be able to play it like really well, like some of these guys that just kill it. That's what I would want.
I would want you to look like you were blind playing it too, because I'd be like, dang, that guy can jam. Can you
And
wear
just
sunglasses?
like this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It's the only way to play bass.
Right, blind.
Look like you were blind? I think what you're implying is that you'd like him to wear some Ray-Bans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I'm
That's
saying.
probably
And
just
kinda
where it
wave his
needs
head
to
back
be.
Like a
and
suit?
forth.
Yeah.
Zoot
Yeah.
suit?
Yeah. You?
Yes. I play piano and guitar and ukulele. That's it.
That's a lot.
I think. Yeah.
I didn't know you played piano.
Yeah. I don't do it often.
Do you play it well?
I am. It's like I'll put it this way. I speak the language enough that, like, an analogy. If I went into a Latin American country and I knew enough Spanish, I would be able to find my way around there. But I am not having like deep conversations with the people. I would be able to get where I needed to go and live in that space. And then if I spent more time there, get better. That's how I am on piano.
Annie is the Todos El Baño version of the ukulele.
I was going to say, if you described me playing bass, I could get to the library and to the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. Which means you can go boom, 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 boom. And you've played that. You guys got another question?
Now's the time on Sprockets where we play the ukulele.
I have a question.
Yep.
I was thinking about this out there. You don't have to say who it was from or who you gave it to, but was there ever a gift that you didn't like and you regifted and gave to somebody else? Like Christmas, that you were like, oh, thank you. And then you just...
I have a hard time regifting. If the people in my life were more spread out, I would maybe regift more often, but everybody is around everybody, so the idea that you would regift something and then those people would be in the same place is a little too close, so I can't think of that.
I've regifted a lot of gifts to my kids when they were little that they didn't open soon enough, and then I'm like, well, I'm just going to put that back in the old box for next Christmas then.
What about you, Brad?
I have never done that because I'm the one that would probably be like, oh, I'm just going to give this to somebody, and the person I would give it to is the person that gave it to me.
Whoops.
So I'm just like, I'm not even going to take that risk.
I got a question. I want to ask this one because I really want to know. Have you guys ever named your car?
No.
Okay.
That's a boy thing.
No.
Have you?
No. Well, okay. I was dating this cute girl in college who ended up being my wife.
And my best friend.
Yeah, and Annie's best friend eventually, much later. And
you don't know that.
She would always talk about her car and she'd call it Delilah. And I was like, I don't know if I'm into this, but I am into that girl. So I'm going to go along with this. And she's like, what did you name your car? I was like, oh, nothing, but I'm going to come up with something on the spot. And I just said Sean.
What'd you call your car? Sean?
Sean. And she's like, oh. I was like, nailed that one.
And she's still here.
Yep.
It's amazing.
I've never named my car, but I've named other people's cars, and it's usually full of judgment. Like, your friend drives a Chevy Spark, so it's a little bitty car,
Teeny
and
tiny
it's that bright green color that they have on Chevys, and we call it the Skittle.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
I don't think I've ever had a car that's fun enough to name. What do you call a Ford Taurus?
I know now we're like the red one or the black one. Like which one are you taking the kids
Call it
to? Today?
Morris.
Leah,
Morris
did you?
Taurus.
You said no.
No, that's not my thing.
What is the payoff for naming your car?
I don't know.
I wonder what the congruency is between people who name their car and also give their dogs Christmas gifts.
I bet it's pretty high. although, let's see. Actually, in this room, Brad does give gifts to his dog and names his car. Or
No,
you have named other.
I've named other
cars.
people's cars.
Leah does not give gifts to her animals. Neither do you, Annie, and you do not name your cars. I gave gifts to my now deceased dog, and she loved those gifts, and we did name our cars.
Man,
What are you getting at?
science.
I think
This is the science.
I think one leads to another.
Oh.
We can take some more questions, suggestions over the break. Make sure you join us on the Annie Frey YouTube live. Right now, we are going to do X's and O's. It's a recap of the week and the holiday season, maybe?
It's kind of everything this
Ryan
week.
puts it together. But the contestants today are Ryan's kids and my kids with different people. Ryan, the Wiggins kids, and the Fry kids. We're going to mix them up, and then they're going to play boys versus girls, and it's going to be chaos. But you probably want to tune in to see it. I'm on the edge of my seat, a little nervous, but very confident that our kids are going to do a great job. So join us, make them feel good on the live chat. There's some very big news coming out of the Supreme Court. We'll have that for you as soon as we come back.
Some disappear to who knows where, but I make sure that I get my share, and those kids just stand there waiting for the ones I miss.
The Annie Frey Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
Sure do like those Christmas cookies, babe. She gets mad if they're all gone before she gets the icing put on. Sure do like those Christmas
I was having
cookies,
a lot of
babe.
sinus infections. My sinuses were clogged, pressure, headaches.
Linda suffered for years with chronic sinus infections.
You don't feel like doing anything. When you feel like your head is completely clogged, all you want to do is just lay down and sleep. And the pressure, it's just not fun. Always walking around with a headache.
Now, her issues are gone. How? A minimally invasive procedure done in the office of St. Louis Sinus Centers called balloon sinuplasty.
I really did not know what it was like to feel like you're really breathing and not being so clogged up. I would do it again in a heartbeat, and I would definitely recommend it for someone else.
Do you suffer with chronic sinus infections, facial pain, pressure, congestion? Find out if balloon sinuplasty is the solution for you. Set an appointment today with St. Louis Sinus Centers. Call 314-332-2885. 314-332-2885. That's 314-332-2885.
The 27th Cardinals Care Winter Warm-Up is coming to Busch Stadium in Ballpark Village January 13th through the 15th. Admission tickets include access to presentations, exhibitor hall, family-friendly activities, the Cardinals Care store, and much more. Admission tickets also include access to the Cardinals Hall of Fame Museum and an exclusive tour of the Cardinals Clubhouse. Learn more about Winter Warm-Up at cardinals.com/WWU.
This is Jordan Walker. Get your tickets now at cardinals.com.
Be one of the first fans to catch the start of a brand new Cardinals season at Spring Training 2024. Cardinals Vacations makes it easy to get to warm, sunny Florida by being your one-stop shop for spring training travel. You'll receive hotel accommodations, great game tickets, an exclusive dinner at the ballpark with select Cardinals personnel, and much more. Make your plans now. Call Cardinals Vacations at 800-892-7687 or online at cardinals.com/vacations.
This is Lars Newbar. I'll see you next season.
Del Walmsley and the Wealth Cycle.
This is the wealth cycle that I've taught for 30 years. Buy one house, 10 houses, an apartment, 2 apartments, 8, 20, 500 units, 1,000 units, 2,000, 5,000 units. And as you keep putting the money and the profits back in, you become one of those rich people. And much quicker than you'd even believe.
Learn Del's Wealth Cycle at GiveMeTotalFreedom.com. Use promo code 2023. Save 60%. Code 2023. GiveMeTotalFreedom.com. GiveMeTotalFreedom.com.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
Conservatives Care, supporting SSM Health Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. Join us by attending the Give Back Trivia Night on January 5th, hosted by Mark Reardon, or donate at 971talk.com/events.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I've brought some corn for popping.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. Merry Christmas. I think we need to say that more. Let's talk real quick about the big news coming out right now from the Supreme Court. I'll read from the Axios report. The Supreme Court on Friday rejected special counsel Jack Smith's request to fast-track consideration of whether former President Trump is immune from prosecution in the federal 2020 election interference case. That is what Donald Trump asked them to do. The attorneys for Trump said, no, make this go through the process the way it's supposed to. I think it would go to the Federal Court of Appeals first and then to the Supreme Court. Trump didn't want it to be expedited. Jack Smith wanted it to be. Trump won that issue. It's, according to Axios, why it matters. The high court's decision raises the likelihood that his federal 2020 election trial stretches beyond the currently scheduled March 4th start date. I think that that's a pretty big deal. You can't string one of these things to the next without putting a lot of want in it. But the idea that this is lawfare and the idea that we are seeing the judicial system pushing against Donald Trump in every possible way, the Supreme Court is saying, we're not going to make exceptions here so that this fits into your timeline that matches up very nice with Super Tuesday. So I think that I would be very encouraged from the Trump campaign to find out that this is the case. More from Axios. It says Smith, in a request earlier this month, asked the high court to rule quickly on whether Trump, the GOP presidential frontrunner, is absolutely immune from prosecution for crimes he committed while president. Trump's legal team has made the claim central to its defense. It requested a stay on proceedings after U.S. District Judge Tanya Chutkin, who is overseeing the case, rejected arguments that he had immunity from the indictment. The case's proceedings have been paused while the appeal plays out. Jack Smith, in his request, sought to bypass what would likely be a lengthy federal appeals court process as it weighed the claim. According to Derek Muller, who is a University of Notre Dame Law School professor, his comment to Axios said, this is an effort to keep that trial date as much as reasonably possible with existing legal mechanisms. And according to Axios, the big picture here is that Trump and prosecutors have sparred over the timing of his 4 criminal trials, some of which have been scheduled for next year. Trump's team has repeatedly tried to delay his numerous trials until after the 2024 presidential election. Man, the timing of these, huge implications as to what happens next.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good to hear because this is one of those where you want the process to play out. Obviously, Trump wanted the process to play out, but I think not going along with Jack Smith and the political persecution/prosecution that's happening here is a good move by the court.
Man, you look at this. This is definitely, like with the timing, this is one of those things that you will have people looking and watching the same movie or 2 different movies on the same screen. People will look at Trump saying, hey, let's let this go through the process of the courts and its normal thing so that we get this. And then, I can avail myself of all the courts and all the things. And then the trial date will happen after the thing. And they'll say he wants it after the election so he can pardon himself or get rid of Jack Smith or whatever, or just at least beyond the voting so people don't have to consider that when he's elected. But then other people look at this and they'll say, well, the only reason Jack Smith wanted it the way it was so that it would actually affect the election. It's one of those things where you look at it and you'll see both sides arguing their own things, and you're watching 2 different movies on the same screen. It's wild. But I think this is the right move by the Supreme Court. I think this is the expected move by the Supreme Court because the Supreme Court does not like for people to cut in line. They want it to go through the regular steps. We saw that even with Illinois' PICA Act, where they rejected a claim for a stay so that they wouldn't. It has to go through the right courts. The stay on the registration of assault weapons, so that it would go through the regular courts.
I will lean in heavily to all of this stuff once we get into 2024, and I think that, man, they dump news when people aren't paying attention, and so part of me, like this part of me that's still here on the air, is like, get the popcorn out. And then there's the other part of me that's like, I just want to set all of this stuff on the back burner, mellow out for the holidays, and relax. And there's going to be a lot of conflict in my mind for the next probably 5 days, which includes Christmas, because I remember in 2020 when there were stories coming out immediately before Christmas about the election. There was this challenge and that challenge and that challenge. And it was like getting jacked in the face over and over and over again, which I think that I have a little scar tissue left over from that, because the things that were shoveled our way about when this legal challenge goes through, Donald Trump's going to be president. And I just always was looking at it like, how? Says who? The actual concept of Joe Biden being the president-elect at that point for 5 weeks or so, it's just going to change. And if it changes that the country's just going to go, okay, you're right. No, then it would be the opposite way. And I stress very much for people to remember, everybody understands what happened January 6, 2021. That's a lie. Most people don't agree on what happened on January 6 of 2021, but everybody remembers January 6, 2021. Do you remember what happened on January 5th of 2021? It was the Georgia special election. People don't remember in the timeline, the context of how just smashed down a whole portion of the actual country. Like 50% of the country was completely defeated and very upset and very angry. And there is the other side wants to make you feel guilty for being angry. Now, I've said this before about raising children. There is how you feel, and then there's how you behave. Your emotions aren't ever wrong. How you handle your emotions can very much so be wrong. And there were some people who handled their emotions very wrongly on January 6th, but there were thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people who didn't. They were upset. They had a right to be upset. It is on the media that there is nowhere to go right now and know what is real. There is advocacy and activism. So when stuff like this comes down, I try to do my best. We're a Fox News radio affiliate. I love Fox News. I listen and watch Fox News a lot. But I also am always working to try to get the story from elsewhere, because I know I'm going to see how Fox puts it out eventually. I want to know what Axios says. I want to know what NBC News says. I want to know what CNN says, because the things that are consistent, even though it might be 10% of what is actually going on, the things that are consistent, that's the report.
That's the news. Yeah.
And then the rest of it is shaded.
Watching this come down from the Supreme Court today makes me wonder. I mean, today's Friday, so I don't know that we're going to hear any more today.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt at all.
But it's possible.
There's more to come.
Next week, certainly, I am anxiously awaiting whether they're going to decide to rule on the Colorado case. And we might know that next week. We might know that today. I mean,
have they actually already appealed that to the Supreme Court?
I think so. But that's the process we could see take place in the coming week. So, but they have to either make a decision, and their non-decision is a decision in that case too. So next week is going to be kind of a big political week regardless.
Isn't January 5th the deadline?
That's what Colorado says. I don't know if they actually are going to abide by that.
Man, that whole ruling too, I don't like the implications of that ruling for the country at all, because no matter what the ruling is, there's going to be people flipping out and losing their minds. And I hate everything about it. I mean, conservatives will look at it. If the Supreme Court doesn't rule that way, they're going to say this is election interference, and they're going to be right. It is election interference. But then if the Supreme Court does rule in any other way, if it's like a 6-3 and it's not a 9-0, then liberals or progressives are going to look at that and they say this is an activist court running rampant and it needs to be expanded. And then at the end of the day, nobody's going to trust the outcomes of the election. You're not going to have that trust anymore. And liberals are going to blame Donald Trump and conservatives are going to blame Joe Biden, and nothing's going to get done. There's nothing good that can come of this. I just don't understand how you can let your hatred for one man be so big that you don't trust the country to do the right thing. Because that's essentially what this is they're saying we don't trust the American people to pick the president. You can vote for anybody you want except him.
It's their MO, though. It's what they have. That's what they do. But it's becoming a little more on the nose now that they don't trust the American people with the responsibility of the capital WTP, we the people. They don't trust you with it. They want you to have the illusion of feeling safe and secure while they are managing things for you in the background, because then that means that they have the power. It's a power thing. It's a money thing. They profit off of it. Look no further than the climate industry, where the people who want to orchestrate and organize and regulate your lifestyle, the water heater you use, the way you heat your home, the stove and oven that you use to cook in your home. And Kamala Harris is like, happy Thanksgiving right in front of her gas stove. These people don't believe the crap they're selling. They don't believe the stuff they're shoveling at you while they're flying, jet setting back and forth. And they're wealthy, so they buy the carbon offsets. Carbon offsets? It just oozes with elitism. It's so gross. And they know that it's gross, but it's beneath them. So they're immune to it. I've heard several pundits say this, political commentators say this in the last week or two, but people are starting to say you need to pay attention to the fact that the electorate right now is mad, that there is anger. And there are people going to that want to defend the way the country is headed right now. Those people are going to say that the anger is dangerous. But I will remind you, in the summer of love, when the righteous anger burned the cities in this country, the anger was celebrated, amplified, and bailed out by Kamala Harris in California. Her money that she raised to make sure that the people who very publicly and violently and dangerously expressed their anger in the streets to get a message across, she bailed them out.
Facts.
And that's just the way the next year is going to go. You're going to be upset. People are going to tell you you're not even right to be upset. And if they tell you you're not right to be upset, the idea behind that is you keep your mouth shut. You have no right to stand up and speak. They only win if we don't speak.
Yeah, there are politicians now running on, we will silence the opposition. That's what Letitia James did in New York.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm going to silence the political opposition if you vote for me.
Yep.
And she's gone through with it with one of the flimsiest cases in American history, especially involving a president. That's the first one. It was awful, and it's just politics, and everybody knows it.
And Colorado is up front. Mm-hmm. Colorado got the first one through, the kind of precedent that a non-9-0 ruling here will get from the Supreme Court whenever the time comes that they do A, take the case, and B, decide to rule on it, will have drastic implications on a whole host, I think it's like 15 states, that are just sitting here waiting to say,
yep,
I'm on deck, it's our turn. I thought we weren't going to do anything serious today.
Well, we got fired up.
Let's get the kids in here.
All right, let's do it.
The Wiggins kids and the Frey kids and their parents that are not us coming in studio here next to play X's and O's one last time before the Christmas break. Don't go anywhere. Join us on the Annie Frey YouTube channel.
I'm Brian Westbrook with Coalition Life. In the Christmas season, we celebrate the miracle of a tiny baby born to a poor teenager who grew to change the world. What better time to reflect on how you are being called to serve young mothers in need and their tiny, precious babies. Over the years, day in and day out, our team at Coalition Life have walked alongside women facing the fear and challenges of an unexpected pregnancy. Through the support of this community, we have given them hope and a path to choose life for the children they carry. Our work continues, and we need your support more than ever in a post-Roe v. Wade world. Visit coalitionlife.com to learn how your gift of any size can bring the joy of Christmas to life while reducing or eliminating your state taxes with Missouri's 70% tax credit. Learn more at coalitionlife.com, coalitionlife.com.
Hi, Chad Hansen from Hansen's Tree Service. Much like the human body, trees require a specific combination of nutrients to thrive. Our certified arborists can come to your property and prescribe the ideal treatment to ensure your trees and plants thrive this coming season. Check us out today at hansenstree.com and take advantage of our winter savings.
Mark Cox here. If you're nearing retirement or already retired, call my friends Thomas Helbig and Bob Kershaw with the Retirement Advisory Group. They'll show you how to link to the market without the risk. They're the official financial advisors of my show. Go online to retirementkey.com.
Hi, I'm Brad Keselowski, driver of the number 2 Discount Tire Ford Mustang. Did you know one of the most important keys to success on the track and for safe driving on the road is having the right pressure in your tires? Properly inflated tires are essential to help you get the best gas mileage and keep you driving safely. Check your tire pressure at least once a month or stop by your local tire retailer for an air check.
A message from the U.S. Tire Manufacturers Association.
KFTK FM Florissant. From the Under Law Injury Lawyers, GetJim.com studio. 97.1 FM Talk. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
America's heading home for the holidays. I'm John Saucier, Fox News. We talked to this guy at Denver International Airport who was traveling with his dog.
This will be his first time on a plane, actually. He's good in cars, good around people.
Okay, so let's hope Fido behaved himself on the airplane. Millions more people are behind the wheel as well. Here's Fox's Jessica Rosenthal.
AAA says of the 115 million of us traveling, 104 million will drive. Not a record-breaking amount, but second highest only compared to 2019. It looks like the busiest travel days on the road will be Saturday, the 23rd, and next Thursday, the 28th. Gas prices on average are about what they were last year or a bit less. Last year, they hovered around $3.10 or 20 cents a gallon. Rain is impacting things, though, as a storm moves across Missouri and Iowa into Illinois. Another storm is heading into Washington state, and yet another storm coming up from the south is bringing rain to parts of Southern California and Arizona. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
The TSA is reporting 2.63 million people were screened through airport security on Thursday, second highest since the Monday after Thanksgiving, when the TSA scanned an all-time record 2.9 million people across American airports. House Speaker Mike Johnson sending a letter to the Commander-in-Chief where the Speaker writes,
in an appeal to the president, Speaker Johnson wrote this: the southern border of our nation is being overrun, and U.S. Customs and Border Protection is at a breaking point. I urge you to immediately take executive actions available to you under existing immigration laws to stem the record tide of illegal immigration. Speaker Johnson called on the president to immediately end catch and release. He wants to see a grant parole on a case-by-case basis instead of the sweeping way that it's done right now. He wants to see the president reinstate the Remain in Mexico program and renew border wall construction.
Fox's Alexandria Hoff. The UN Security Council passing a watered-down version of a resolution that would bring more humanitarian aid into Gaza. America is listening to Fox News.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare information guide absolutely free. Call 800-919-3200. That's 800-919-3200. 800-919-3200.
Hey, you're up next. My throat hurts so bad. There's no way I can sing tonight. Here, try these. Vicks VapoCool Drops. Yeah, Vicks VapoCool Drops has maximum strength menthol with a rush of Vicks Vapors. Ooh, I can already feel it. I told you. So, you ready? I'm ready.
Vaporize sore throat pain fast with Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation. Weather.
Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Clouds and periods of rain, mainly light rain, 55. Tonight, rain fades by 10 o'clock, otherwise cloudy skies, 48. Saturday, partly to mostly cloudy skies, but it's a dry day on Saturday. How about 62 degrees, rain moving in late Saturday night, and then a bigger wet stretch for Sunday night, and Monday could see over an inch of rain. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Mark Cox here. Join me next spring on a beautiful trip to Italy. This is going to be great. We're going to fly into Rome. We are going to get on a bus and travel south to the Abbey of Monte Cassino, maybe Italy's best kept secret. It looks like something out of a picture book. We'll visit Puglia. We'll go to Caserta. We're going to spend several days in Sorrento. You'll have an opportunity to visit the ruins in Pompeii, and then Positano, which is on the Amalfi Coast and absolutely one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. I can tell you, my wife and I have been there, and we can't wait to go back. You can even take a high-speed jet foil over to the Isle of Capri, which has some tremendous historic Roman ruins on it that you can visit while you're there. $53.67 a person. That includes your airfare from the St. Louis area. Call them toll-free at 888-733-9494. That's 888-733-9494 or conservativetours.com.
While no child should have to spend the holidays in the hospital, there are many at SSM Health Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital who will not be able to experience the joy of opening gifts around their tree. Please join 97.1 FM Talk and give the gift of hope and healing to Cardinal Glennon kids and support the Tree of Hope year-end giving campaign. Your gift ensures these brave patients can continue to receive the critical care they need during these challenging times. Thank you for giving at treeofhope.org.
Temperatures getting low, but demand remains high? You need Indeed. Their all-in-one platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. And Indeed's interview tool lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from their website. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
If you owe the IRS, you have a legal issue, and you need the Lance Drury Law Firm. We'll protect your rights. Log on at lancedrurylaw.com or call us toll-free at 888-367-6512.
What's happening now is happening here, and we're talking about it. On St. Louis's home for conservative talk, 97.1 FM Talk. This hour of the Annie Frey Show is brought to you by Ruler Foods. Low prices, no coupons. Ruler Foods.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
They got someone here knows what they're talking about.
Left up, left right, gotta love this American ride.
You need to take some time to get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid, keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
This is the Annie Frey Show and the Wiggins Show. We have, how many people are in the studio right now? You got 5, I got 6, 11, 12, 13 people in the studio right now?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Some good math.
I was going to do that math real fast, but I did it just a little bit faster.
Right now, Ryan, what is the balance of pride and fear that you're experiencing with your children in here in the room right
I'm
now?
not worried about this. This is your show.
Oh, thank you.
This is the part where I lead the game show on your show.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried at all. Whatever happens, this reflects on you. You can talk to the bosses in the new year.
I think we probably will be. I am excited because if you're joining us on the Annie Frey YouTube channel, you already know this, but we have extra. Yeah, do you hear those little voices there? Are these microphones up?
They're up.
All right, we've got 7 children in the studio right now. Honestly, our purpose for doing everything that we do with family is everything to all of us, but we decided it's very hard to, there's nobody here.
No, it's a ghost town.
Nobody even knows we're doing this in the building.
No.
We really
the
could
security
put that-
guy is the only one. Is because they had to walk past him.
We really could put a Rolo on KMOX.
Can you say hi? No. No. Can you tell Ryan, say, stop it?
No, that's a no. She can't say that.
All right. Yeah, Evelyn is doing that. Evelyn is singing. I'm holding Molly. So we're going to play X's and O's here in just a bit, but I'm going to send Jared's in here, and my best friend, Mrs. Wiggins, is in here too. Hello. So come join us on the Annie Frey YouTube channel. You want to vote in the YouTube live chat poll as well. Which do you love more about Christmas, giving gifts or receiving gifts? One last gift for the room here. Do you mind taking this around? We have deer sausage.
Is this the one you skinned in the front yard?
This is the deer that I have not yet tasted because I looked into
Is
its
this the
eyes.
one that you drove the car off of a ramp and then hit in the air?
Yeah.
Because that's the way I understand the story now.
Spicy cheese.
Yeah, pepper jack cheese is where it's at.
I didn't know that crackers and cheese came from deer, but I guess
he
you
killed
could milk
a cow
a deer.
too. I got nipples. Can you milk me?
Turns out that was completely unnecessary to getting the cheese, but
Back-to-back nipple comments
This
on
is
the
so
Andy
nice
Fry
of you to
Show.
milk that deer. Thank you.
You remember when you were talking about Jared's manhood and masculinity?
I don't remember that.
I
no.
don't think that last comment really fits that narrative.
He was wearing the traditional milking outfit.
Yeah. All right. Well, Molly says that I'm done here. She's taking my microphone from me. So, hi, Molly. Are you going to say hi? Can you say Merry Christmas? No. How many times will Molly say no today?
Child.
All right. Let's.
Every day.
Is Todd ready? Let's get Todd in here.
Okay.
Now it's on you, bud.
Now the kids who have the headphones on can hear that there's drumming. That means the game has begun. If you can't, just trust us that it's there. All right. Now, I think because our boys have been taught to be gentlemen, that they are going to allow the girls to go first, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Charlie's like, absolutely not.
guys, you got to be into the mic though.
Yeah. So, okay. So, girls, Jensen, Evelyn, and Sunny, we have a board behind you right here. It's a tic-tac-toe board. I'm sure you've seen one of those before.
Yes.
So you are going to try to create tic-tac-toes. You'll be X's. The boys will be O's.
Keep rhyming.
You simply pick a square and go from there.
He's so good.
Yeah. Pick a square, and then your experts are the people that you hear on the radio all the time. It's your mom, or in your case, Auntie Annie.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
My mother.
And then there's Brad and there's Leah, who are your experts. So you will pick a square and one of these experts to answer the question for you girls. Then it'll go to the boys, and we'll go back and forth like that. Yes, River has a question. I'm not one of the experts, no.
I know, it's shocking.
Yeah.
He
I'm
wrote
the host,
all the questions.
I'm the host of this show.
He knows all the answers.
Yeah, I have all the answers, so I can't answer them.
That's so shocking.
Okay, girls, which square do you want to start with? Talk amongst yourself and decide.
5.
5. Okay. And who is going to answer? Annie, Brad, or Leah? Mom, Annie.
All right, let's go.
All right, Mom. This week, a U.S. family revealed that in preparation for their trip to Disney World, they accidentally purchased $10,000 worth of gift cards.
Did you see Molly when you said Disney World?
They accidentally
clapped.
purchased $10,000 worth of gift cards to Disney Plus. Oh, whoops. That is 70 years worth of streaming subscriptions at their current price, just so you know.
A lifetime subscription.
Pretty much, unless you're going to live well beyond that. That is a lot of clams. Speaking of clams, if you were to go to Disney World and ride Journey Under the Sea, Ariel's Undersea Adventure, which park would you be in?
I have to answer.
That's right. You have to answer.
Say it again. Journey Under the Sea?
If you were to ride Journey Under the Sea, Ariel's Undersea Adventure, which of the Disney World parks would you be in?
Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom. Do you girls
Yes.
confer? Agree?
Yes.
Disagree?
Yes, I agree.
Okay. You all agree?
Yes.
Okay, that is correct.
Girls get an X in the center square.
X takes number 5. Okay, boys. Now, the girls have the center square. Where would you like to go, boys? Discuss.
Legoland.
This guy gets it.
Legoland, naturally. Give
Legoland.
him the square.
Okay. 1.
One.
Okay. All right. Boys. Oh, well, who's going to answer this? Annie, Brad, or Leah? Brad. Okay, Brad. Boys,
All right,
boys
let's do
choose
this.
Brad. Number 1. McDonald's is about to roll out a very important Happy Meal toy. Beginning Tuesday, the Happy Meals will include these very popular stuffed toys. What are they?
Let's see. Very popular stuffed toy, Beanie Babies.
Beanie Babies. All right, Beanie Babies. Boys, do you agree or disagree that they're going to start giving out Beanie Babies in Happy Meals on Tuesday?
Disagree.
Disagree?
Disagree.
That is correct.
Good job, guys.
Good job. Does anybody know the answer?
Andrew suggests potato.
It is not potatoes. No, those do come in Happy Meals, though, if you order fries.
On YouTube says Squishmallow.
Squishmallow is correct.
Ooh.
Squishmallows will be in Happy Meals as of Tuesday, and now the kids want to
I
Oh.
go.
don't even know what that looks like.
I love squishmallows.
All right.
Daddy, I love
If you're watching on the YouTube, I've asked Molly to say Merry Christmas into the microphone a dozen times. By the end, she's going to be screaming it, but she might just throw some random comments in throughout the course of the rest of the show.
I'm ready on the dump button.
Okay, yeah. Don't talk like mommy talks at home.
Those are home words, not public words.
Girls, you pick a square. Gotta be quick.
3.
What are you going to do? 3?
3, top right.
Number 3. Okay, number 3. And who is answering? Annie, Brad, or Leah?
Leah.
Leah. Okay, Mrs. Wiggins is going to read this question because it involves a trip we took to Iceland. Here you go. Read number 3 there, Mrs. Wiggins.
I have my glasses on.
Oh.
Okay, a large volcano in Iceland is spewing out liquid, hot lava all over the island, and certain Icelandic towns have been fully quarantined near the lava sites. What is lava called before it reaches the Earth's surface?
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
I know. Oh my god. I think I might know.
I just know the word molten, but I don't know if that's right. Molten lava? I don't know.
Okay, you're going to go with molten?
Yeah.
Molten lava. Girls, do you agree that that is what lava is called before it reaches the Earth's surface? Molten.
Disagree. Disagree.
Yeah.
Disagree.
Good choice.
That is correct.
Yay!
Do any of you girls know what it's called?
Yeah, what's it called?
It's magma.
Magma.
That's correct. That's
Liquid
correct.
Magma.
Good job. It is magma. All right, boys, back to you. We got a game here.
7.
7 is the obvious choice for the block. Now, you guys got to get this one. You know that, because if you don't, they're going to get a tic-tac-toe. Who is answering this question for you, boys?
Brad.
Okay, me again. All right, here we go.
Now, Brad, this has audio, so you have Whoopee. Okay, number 6, originally recorded in 1958. Wait, I'm sorry, this is number 7. I'm going to play for you a clip of a Christmas song, and I need you to tell me the name of it. Here is the clip.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose.
Okay, what is the name of that song, Brad?
Oh, this is going to kill me because I know the artist, and this was my grandpa's favorite Christmas song.
What is the name of that Christmas song?
I hate this so much.
Played you a clip of a Christmas song. I need you to give me the name of the Christmas song.
Is it Christmas song?
You tell me.
Christmas song.
No!
Wait. Talk amongst yourself and decide here. I need an official answer.
Christmas song. Disagree.
You're going to disagree or agree?
Disagree. That is not called the Christmas song. Yeah, I don't even know any song called the Christmas song.
Okay, that is unfortunately incorrect. It is called the Christmas song, which means the girls get the X, and that is a tic-tac-toe.
Oh.
Now, that doesn't mean the game's over. We can still try for other tic-tac-toes here, if possible. So, girls, where do you want to go with the next square?
4.
4. And who's answering this question for you?
Brad.
Brad.
This is my last one. Thank goodness.
All right, Brad. In the popular song Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the names of all of Santa's reindeer that we know of are listed at the beginning of the song.
Oh, I know.
How many reindeer, according to the song, does Santa have?
9.
9.
Disagree.
Girls are going to disagree. The answer was 9. So Brad was correct, and Circle gets that square.
8 tiny reindeer plus Rudolph.
That's right. That's right. Ooh, man, this is going to be tough. It's going to be tough to come back.
All right, let's take a quick break. We're about halfway done here. We've got 3 X's and 2 O's. It'll be the boys' turn when we come back.
It will.
All right, we're going to give Molly some candy.
Okay.
To get her through the rest of the show, which is the same thing we do to Ryan.
That's true.
That is true. You should see his Christmas gifts.
True.
He has multiple candy dispensers. All right, let's take a quick break. Morning Fry Show. We come back.
This is the Annie Fry Show.
When you're approaching retirement, there are a lot of questions to answer. Do you have enough money to fund your income for life? How should you claim Social Security? And what's your plan for health care and long-term care? Hi, I'm Eric Robert, Director of Investments with the ClearPath Wealth Management Group at Stifel and host of On the Money Saturday mornings at 11 on 97.1 FM Talk. Don't leave your retirement to chance. It's crucial to understand and address relevant risks before you retire. Our team can help you get organized, guide you through critical retirement decisions, and create an investment portfolio designed around your needs. To schedule your free retirement plan consultation, go to clearpathinvesting.com. That's clearpathinvesting.com. Or call us at 636-695-2650. That's clearpathinvesting.com or 636-695-2650. Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated. Member SIPC and NYSE.
It's football season, and the NFL is in full effect on the free Odyssey app. We're heading into the final stretch of the regular season, and the playoff picture is starting to come into focus. Whatever team you're rooting for, the free Odyssey app has you covered with the local talk and your team's podcasts. Plus, listen to play-by-play of every Sunday night, Monday night, and Thursday night game from Westwood One. If you're looking for the NFL, it's all on the free Odyssey app. Download it today and search for your favorite team. That's AUDACY.
If you want to lose weight, I've got a great idea for you. Mark Cox here for my friends at Victory Men's Health. They're now offering FDA-approved semaglutide. They have tremendous results with this medication. The average patient loses 15% of their body weight. Men and women can get semaglutide from Victory Men's Health at any of their 3 locations. Be sure and book your appointment today online at victorymenshealth.com.
You're listening to the Annie Fry Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation Studio. Winter is here. Make sure your furnace is ready to safely heat your home when cold weather arrives. Get in your comfort zone with a heating system check. Visit aircomfortservice.com.
There's a music station that fits your taste at Odyssey.com. Download the app for instant access to hundreds of music stations and listen live to 97.1 FM Talk. The Odyssey app. Download it or stream from 971talk.com. You're listening to The Annie Fry Show on St. Louis's home for conservative talk. Find the podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie.
They told me, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, a newborn king to see, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. Our finest gifts we bring, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, to lay before the king, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum. So to honor him. Pa-rum-pa-bum-bum. When we come.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. What a circus we have going on in the studio here on the Annie Frey Show inside the 97.1 FM Talk Studios. All of Ryan's kids are here and all of my kids are here, as well as Mrs. Wiggins and Mr. Fry. And you guys are doing a really good job. Very well behaved. Thank you for being so.
I agree, all of you.
You're welcome.
We got Molly in here who's running the show, and everybody's here, and we're playing X's and O's. And I think we've got Todd the drummer right in the back corner of the room. Let's bring Todd back in. Okay, there he is. Thank you, Todd. Boys' turn.
It is the boys' turn. Oh, I just noticed all the cool names written on the board. Everybody's got their name.
Oh my
and
gosh.
at the top
You
it
just
says
noticed that?
It says "Go Jesus, it's your birthday." That's funny. Good job.
You want to reset the table for people just joining us what the game looks like right now?
Yeah, I do. It's funny. I'm just now
whole
noticing
show.
the board
The whole
of
show.
the game we're currently playing. So this is X's and O's. This is the Fry family kids versus the Wiggins family kids, sort of. We kind of mixed them up and said boys versus girls, and we each have boys and girls, so it's a mixed bag. Right now, the girls are winning this tic-tac-toe X's and O's game. They currently have a tic-tac-toe, and it's going to make it very difficult for the boys to come back. Really, the boys can only save face at this point by getting total number of squares, which you still could do. And in fact, it is your turn. So, boys, which square do you want to go with? I would say to maybe stop them from getting any more tic-tac-toes.
6.
Is that what everybody thinks, or just River?
6?
Yeah, 9. 9.
9.
9. Okay. Everybody agrees on 9. All right, 9. And then Annie and Leah are the only experts left. Brad is out now. So who do you want to answer this question?
Annie.
Woohoo!
Annie.
Let's go, kids.
Annie, okay. We've got, raise your hand, kids, if you go to Sunday school. That's everybody. All right, we got a Sunday school question for you.
All right.
Annie.
Yes.
Young David was a brave man, taking on the giant Goliath of the Philistines. He used a slingshot to win that battle because none of the armor would even fit him, kids.
I know.
Question. I know.
Silly.
Question. Who was king of Israel when David killed Goliath?
Saul.
I agree. We agree.
Do you all agree?
Solomon. No.
Saul.
No.
Hang on.
Saul. It's Saul.
Are you saying Solomon or Saul?
It's Saul. Saul. We agree.
So you agree with Annie?
Yes.
That is correct.
Yeah, kids. High five.
Good job. Good job.
River. Right here, River.
I'm glad they didn't pick me to answer that. 'Cause I didn't know the answer.
Well, they could on the next one.
I'm going to be honest. You were asking that question. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got no idea. And then the word came to me, and it was Saul, and I think it was God.
Yeah, I think it was. Go Jesus, it's your birthday.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, girls. Girls, where do you want to go?
8. 8.
Okay, 8. 8. And who is answering?
Leah.
Leah, you have stumbled into AI sound. So what I have here is a real clip from 2021 run through AI. Tell me who said this.
I am President of the United States.
That clip is from 2021. That's all you get.
Okay.
I'll play it again.
What?
I am President of the United States.
What date?
2021.
What date?
Can't tell you.
That's mean.
Good grief.
That's mean.
What are you doing?
I'll say it's later 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Not early. This is in about September.
I don't. Biden. I feel like it's one of two people, and I don't know. It's like, oh no.
One of two people's president.
Well, there's one that was actually president, one that says he was president. So.
All right.
Biden.
Bye 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 bye
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Agree or disagree? Was it Joe Biden that said that? in 2021? I am president of the United States.
Disagree.
Oh, disagree.
Actually, I don't know.
All right, here is who said that in September of 2021.
I am President of the United States of America, and the buck stops with me.
All right.
I know. I was like trying to do like kid trivia, like who is president in 2021.
Yeah.
Didn't really work out that well.
You could have just asked that question.
I really could have.
Yeah, I think you overcomplicated it.
I was sitting in my office. It was dark. I'm like, how do I do this well?
You checked out on Wednesday like I did.
I got it.
Boys get that one, right?
Boys do get that one.
Which number was it?
Man, this is like this
was 8.
is like 3 a.m. ballot counting from the boys. I think Ryan is throwing it here for the males.
Did a water main break?
Yeah, no kidding.
It's possible. All right, back to the boys now. 2 or 6?
Which square?
2.
Top middle.
2. All right, 2.
Who's your expert?
Yeah, who's your expert,
Leah
Annie or
or
Leah?
Annie.
Let's go.
Annie, you got the second audio whoopee.
Quick Rick said, "Yep, the buck stopped there. The next day it was worth 50 cents." Good one, Quick
I
Rick.
think
That's
Quick
good.
Rick wins X's and O's.
Yep, and the winner today is Quick Rick.
Let's give Quick Rick a square off to the side.
Yeah, there we
for
go.
That one. All right.
All right, so I'm going to play for you the theme song to a popular show. Here it is. The question is, who is next to be listed in that theme song?
Oh man. Can you sing that? No. It's the fourth no of the day.
No.
Bingo.
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 We agree. Bingo. I think that's agree.
All right, here is the answer. We'll see if you got it right. Here's where the song picks up.
Bingo.
Woo!
That's your
Bingo.
bluey question of the
1,
day.
2, 3, 4, 5. Now we got 5 O's and 1 girl tic-tac-toe. So this square could maybe determine the victor.
Boy, it's really tough to know.
No matter what, we have 5 points, so that makes
I bet the Freys and the Wigginses could argue for days on why. I mean, it's in their blood.
St. John's going to tell you the rules of the game no matter what.
no matter what, we get total number of squares.
St. John, are you a little competitive? How do you feel about losing? Not a fan? I got you right there. Okay. That's all you need to know, guys.
Now, technically, the tic-tac-toe does take precedent over total number of squares, but you're definitely saving face here, guys, so good job.
And you can fight about it forever.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. We'll just leave
We
the
got a
rules
tic-tac-toe,
ambiguous
yeah,
and say, you
but-
guys go home and decide. All
Last
right, so
square for the girls?
it's back to the girls, I do believe. And the girls, I
Leah.
think I know where you're going to go and
They
who
gotta
you have
pick
to
Leah,
pick
right?
here. Okay, so go ahead, make it official. Which square are you going to take?
Got to be loud, guys.
6.
6, and who's your expert?
Leah.
All right, Leah, you have, I think, once again. Stumbled into AI sound. So this is it's actually a clip from a song originally recorded in 1958. This Christmas song finally went to #1 on the Billboard charts this year. Here's a clip from it.
Have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way.
As, of course, AI reading that, AI Snoop reading that. So, Leah, you just have to tell me, what is that song? Want to hear it again?
Sure.
Have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way.
Jingle bells.
Jingle bells.
Disagree.
Wait, say that again now.
Disagree.
Disagree. Are you sure?
Yes.
I don't want to say it's for the game, but it's kind of for bragging rights. At least.
Arguably.
You could argue. Yeah. You guys could go home and argue about this for days if you wanted to.
Well,
Here
I just
is
put the microphone in my tooth.
the real song. Is it Jingle Bells or not? Well, here it is.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, rocking around Christmas tree.
In fact, not Jingle Bells.
Yeah, girls.
So good job, girls. You get the square. And man, what a great game that ended up being.
Yes, it did.
Total squares to the boys.
Total squares to the boys, but tic-tac-toe to the girls. So I'm going to give the nod to whoever wants to fight about it at home.
Yeah, that'll make it. Well, Merry Christmas.
You know what?
kids.
Not at home, in the car on the way home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
With our spouses.
That's right. That's right.
Let them figure it out. Merry Christmas to you kids. We look forward to coming home and spending some extra time with you guys this holiday season. And can you say Merry Christmas?
No.
Okay. One more time. Merry Christmas.
No. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. All right. Kids, thanks for coming in today. It was good to have you in here.
You're welcome.
How's that
Bravo,
sausage,
guys.
River?
Bravo.
Yum. There you go. All right, let's take a quick break. X's and O's with the Wiggins kids and the Frey kids. Boys versus girls. Perfect game. What a way to finish out the X's and O's for this year. All right, we'll take a quick break. Morning Frey Show. We come back.
The Annie Frey Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe. Find the podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie.
Shall I play for you? Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. On my drum. Smiled at me, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. Me and my drum.
I was having a lot of sinus infections. My sinuses were clogged, pressure, headaches.
Linda suffered for years with chronic sinus infections.
You don't feel like doing anything. When you feel like your head is completely clogged, all you want to do is just lay down and sleep. And the pressure, it's just not fun, always walking around with a headache.
Now, her issues are gone. How? A minimally invasive procedure done in the office of St. Louis Sinus Centers called balloon sinuplasty.
I really did not know what it was like to feel like you're really breathing and not being so clogged up. I would do it again in a heartbeat, and I would definitely recommend it for someone else.
Do you suffer with chronic sinus infections, facial pain, pressure, congestion? Find out if balloon sinuplasty is the solution for you. Set an appointment today with St. Louis Sinus Centers. Call 314-332-2885. 314-332-2885. That's 314-332-2885.
Has anyone ever taken the time to help you at a point in your life when you were in desperate need? How did that make you feel toward the person that helped you? The word gratitude comes to mind. Hi, I'm Martin Winslow, founder and president of Bethlehem Christian Academy. Through the years, I've met so many children that have gratitude toward those who helped them through their child sponsorships. Currently, BCA has 2,000 students spread over 4 countries, full of children filled with gratitude toward those who've helped them. But there continues to be great need. BCA's ministry is transforming lives by feeding and educating poor and orphan children in some of the poorest places in Africa and South Asia. Here's how you can help. For just $36 a month, you can offer these kids hope of a better future, but more importantly, give them the opportunity to learn about Jesus. You can also join us on a mission trip to one of our several school locations overseas and meet the child you sponsor. Remember that feeling of gratitude you had toward the person who helped you out? Wouldn't you like to pass that feeling on to someone else? To find out more about how you can get involved with BCA's ministry, please visit bcaministries.com. That's bcaministries.com.
As we near the end of this year, if you're looking for a new senior living community, check out Hampton Manor of Wentzville. Mark Cox here. This beautiful, brand new senior living community is located just a half mile north of the Lake St. Louis exit at Highway 70. It's a single-story community built by someone who has built resort-style living without the resort-style price. Take your visit right now. Tell them you heard Mark Cox talking about it. Go online to wentzvilleassistedliving.com.
Warmest wishes for a joyous holiday season and a happy new year from your friends at Odyssey and Onder Law Injury Lawyers.
Well, today's YouTube live chat poll is, which do you love more about Christmas? Giving gifts or receiving gifts? Jump on the Annie Frey YouTube page and tell us what you think. Weigh in, vote, chat, tell us everything. You might get your comment read on air. The time is 2:39. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
Happy Wednesday, it's Mark Reardon. We now have some answers to the questions over the cop car hitting the gay bar in South St. Louis, but the ridiculous overreaction, in particular our mayor's, is more than comical. I'm going to cover it coming up.
Build a snowman with the wind at his back. Got the day planned and presents to wrap. Fight the wind chill with all of my friends, 'cause it's Christmas time again. Going downtown and spreading good cheer, handing gloves out when we volunteer for the children, grinning from ear to ear, singing Christmas time is here. And everybody's like, ha ha ha, ho ho ho, four-wheel driving through the snow, fighting the cold with some hot cocoa, grabbing grandma to the mall we go, and there's a man outside with a bucket and a bell, wants to go home with a story to tell. He's reminding us that his Christmas got nothing to do with living for himself. It's the light of Christmas.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. That was fun, and Molly made me hold her the whole time, so I am warm. I was bouncing her and trying to keep her happy.
You know what? Having not held a baby for a long time, I forget when I hold a toddler. When you hold a baby, it's like, oh, this is nice. When you hold a toddler, you get worn out fast. But when it's your kid, you kind of build into it because you're holding them all the time.
Yeah, and they're kind of squirmy.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to get down, but they still want to do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you miss it when it's gone, I suppose.
Yes.
So we just got done playing X's and O's with our kids, the Frey kids and the Wiggins kids together, girls versus boys. So we mixed them up a little bit. If you missed it, you can go back on the podcast and listen to it, but it's probably more worth your time if you wanted to check it out, to watch it on the Annie Frey YouTube channel. They did well. No, nobody embarrassed the family.
No, they didn't. I'm really glad about that because I think I know who would have done that. Mine.
No.
I think so.
So we are working our way into the Christmas weekend. Christmas is on Monday, and I love Christmas. I adore Christmas. Brad made a comment to me the other day. You said that I was limited. Is that the word that you said that I was minimalist in like most things. And you said, except for Christmas.
Except for Christmas, yeah.
And that's true. I love to pour myself into Christmas. And I find that there are so many things that can stress you out. And in most cases, the things that stress you out when you're moving into the Christmas holiday or moving towards something, most of the time you permit those things to stress you out. A lot of times you can say, I'm just not going to do it this year. I'm just not going to give in to the idea that this is going to bring me down. You can't do that with everything. But when you start to figure out which of those things you can kind of let through the strainer so that you're left with what really matters, everything kind of comes into focus for me. And 3 kids is a lot of kids. 4 kids is one more than a lot of kids.
Yeah.
And when you have children around you, you are not in a position. I mean, you could choose to be stressed out all of the time. It can be burdensome if you choose to let it be. And when you kind of make that choice, which it took me having more kids than I could afford to just stress out about all the time, to let go, to really go, this is just great.
Yeah, there's a delicate balance with kids. If you're in the house all the time or you're at home all the time, especially in the winter, because in the summer you can say, go outside and play. In the winter, you can't really do that. So you almost have to have enough activities that you're keeping them busy enough that they're not bouncing off the walls. But you can't overschedule yourself because then you're getting tired. There's a very, very, you got to kind of walk the razor's edge there.
I hope that for you this Christmas season that you are able to, comb through what we normally talk about. We did some news today, but definitely less than we traditionally do. Looking at my cut sheet for today, I got about 16 cuts of things that I could play that would become a weight on the day, on the mindset, on the mental place that you choose to be in, because a lot of the stuff that we talk about on a regular basis is really heavy stuff. It's important stuff. The idea that we're kind of making a choice today to do a little bit less of that is intentional. It doesn't mean that on the days that we do all of that it's the wrong choice then or the wrong choice now. But we do have a lot ahead of us right now, and I just do think it's very important to take a minute and approach the holiday season for what it means to you. If it's not a religious holiday to you, I hope that you are able to spend time with family and be with the people who you love, that you are able to be surrounded by people who love you. I hope that you are able to take a minute to relax and do, the idea of doing nothing in my life has become doing something, because I don't ever do nothing. Sitting down and doing something that is not a building brick to the next thing that has to be done. It's almost as if I have to schedule that into my life. And then when you do something that is nothing, it's like I needed the release of mindlessness or mindfulness. And it's hard to find that in the everyday give and take of what we have to go through with our jobs, with our families, with our obligations, and so on and so forth. So the holiday season gives us that opportunity to slow down. So I understand that Christmas isn't a religious holiday for everybody, but it still is a moment in time where we do prioritize the things that we love in our life. We try to be around the people and the things that we love, and we try to give ourselves over to the people who we love so that we can experience that together jointly. For me also, and for many people listening, I know it's not everybody, it is a religious holiday. And it is the idea that we're celebrating the birth of the king who came to save the world. And I think that I want to make sure that I highlight that just from where I'm coming from. We just spent the 2:00 hour with my family in here. I mean, the people who mean the most to me on the face of the planet, the people who I would die for in here. And I'm sharing that with you. And the thing that comes right before that is my Christian faith. I want to make sure that people who listen to this show on any given day, who hear me talk about my faith, I've heard people be like, Annie, she's the Illinois girl, right? She's always talking about Illinois. And the truth is that I really don't talk about Illinois a whole lot. We'll talk about Illinois a lot more in the 2024 calendar year, because there will be elections and bills and stuff that are going to be coming about the legislative season that are important. But if you don't like it when I talk about Illinois and you hear me talk about Illinois every other week, that's going to stick out like a sore thumb to you. It's going to feel like I'm, bashing it over your head through the airwaves. And it's never my intention to do that. And when we live in a bi-state region where, I don't know if it's 60-40 or whatever, is on one side of the river and the other side of the river, there's not a lot of attention that is paid to those Illinois issues. So I do highlight them more than other people will, especially during an election season. And it is important for me to talk about it. But I also understand that not everybody who's listening to the show lives in Illinois, cares about Illinois. You might think that Illinois is the most nutcase place you've ever heard of, and you don't understand why anybody would ever live there. It doesn't make sense to you. It's not for you. So I understand that we have sections our audience that are unalike. And I can't cast a wide net every day, all day, to talk to everybody about things that matter to everyone, because that would be very disinteresting. And I use that whole analogy to bring you to the part where maybe the Illinois thing isn't what gets on your nerves. Maybe it's the Christian thing that gets on your nerves, the fact that I talk about being a Christian. And I want to say that to you because I don't discuss my Christian faith on this show to bludgeon people. But you can't listen to anything that I say on the show ever. Not a word of it without first understanding that the most foundational thing in my life is my Christian faith. I was raised to prioritize that, but it's by the grace of God that I am able to have that for myself. I mean, I was cultivated in it, and it was prioritized for me, but there comes a time in your life where you can choose to walk away from that if you want to, and nobody can do anything about that for you. And that's a choice you make. And that's a choice that I know a lot of listeners have made right now, that it's not, the Christmas season isn't like just like as we have on our X's and O's board, go Jesus, it's your birthday. And I laugh because I find that enjoyable and entertaining. But I do want to tell you that at the foundation of who I am, the thing that comes before the little people that were just in the studio, that if you were able to watch on the YouTube and see them, for my family, I'm not going to speak for Ryan, Brad, or Leah. I'm going to let them do that here in a second. The most important thing to me is my Christian faith. And all I'm asking for people who are listening to this show who don't share that Christian faith with me to understand is that I'm sharing that as part of who I am from a place that is 100% meant to be an identification of how I have been most loved in the most undeserving possible way. It's not about how great I am. The admission of what kind of Christian, or the fact that I am a Christian, it's actually embarrassingly humiliating to think about. We talked about receiving a gift and not really knowing how to accept it and not really understanding how to react to it, because sometimes you get something and you're like, man, I don't deserve this. Christianity doesn't make sense to people and it doesn't make sense to me when people discuss it in a, what kind of Christian are you? You don't do good things. Act more like Jesus. Good grief. That's why Jesus came. Mm-hmm. And it hurts. I hurt for people who I know don't need me to hurt for them, but I hurt for people who haven't gotten to the part where the measuring tape that a lot of people use in Christianity, they don't understand that the measuring tape will never, ever measure up. And that the understanding that a baby came to earth not to be among kings, not to be among the elite, not to be among the wealthy, in a stable where, I think Brad was talking about this the other day, that the shepherds were the ones who got to see it. And you were talking about how backwards that was in the hierarchy of things, because the measuring tape is never, ever, ever going to measure up for you. The measuring tape has been tossed out for you. And I say that to you as a clarification, and I am taking a personal point of privilege, I understand, by talking about this right now. But if I'm not going to do it the last show before Christmas, when am I going to do it? That measuring tape has been tossed out for you too. And I hope that if Christianity hasn't been positioned to you in that way before, that you understand that my identification as a Christian here on this show is about how filthy I am and how there's nothing I could ever have done to atone for it. The celebration of Christmas for me and my house is the idea that I have been washed clean, undeservedly so, and I am so gracious in that knowledge and humbled in that knowledge that the idea of receiving that gift is it's like I said, it's almost It's not humiliating, but it certainly is humbling. And I feel compelled to tell people that story because it means that much to me. If it doesn't mean that much to you, I get it. I understand it. Since we're right before Christmas, I'm telling you this so that you can understand a part of me. And I want to say Merry Christmas to you because the version of Christmas that I'm celebrating is for everybody. It doesn't have to be for you, but it's there. And I hope that there is a point where at least you'll listen to what I say. So if you don't apply it to yourself, that you'll just understand more about where I'm coming from.
What we've been given, we all believe in this room, I do believe, that we all believe in the same central tenets of the faith. If you're not overwhelmed at some point, maybe not every day, but if you're not overwhelmed by the grace of God, basically the things that God has done for you through Christ, then you don't get it. It's at some point in your life, you have to be overwhelmed by that grace to truly understand how deep it is and how real it is and how for right now in every moment it is.
Yeah.
And it's I'm just telling you, I'm not in the headspace to like get crazy about it right now, but I have been this year. I've just been so thankful this year. And I have just felt the love of God this year in a way that I don't know that I have before. And I'm just sort of publicly saying thanks to God for that because it's just been a heck of a year because of the things that he's done for me.
Yeah, I sit here and what Annie was talking about with the shepherds is in society in ancient Israel, shepherds, their job made them what they called ceremoniously unclean. They weren't able to go to the temple to worship. That's where everybody worshiped. That's where you offered your sacrifice for your atonement for sins. Shepherds weren't able to do that. But shepherds were absolutely necessary to the society and for the society to function. But whenever you read the Christmas story, the angels appeared to the shepherds. And the shepherds then were able to go and see God in person in that manger, laying there as a baby. The Bible tells us that God humbled himself and became human. He lived a life, and he lived a perfect life, so that he met the standard that we couldn't. The measuring tape that Annie's talking about is perfection. We were to live a perfect life. We can't live that life. We can't meet that that measuring stick. And so that's what Christ did. He lived that life. He met that, and he died as a sacrifice in our place so that we could have everlasting life. You know, you talk about humbling and that. You can't be a Christian if you don't understand that you don't measure up. That is the prerequisite. I don't measure up, and you come to that realization, and it's humbling, and it's painful, and it causes you to mourn, and then you realize the grace of God, and you are just overwhelmed by his goodness and his glory and his grace. So
takes the pressure off.
That's what Christmas is. Christmas is the promise of that. I came for this reason. Easter is the proof.
Well, the YouTube live chat poll for today is, which do you love more about Christmas? Giving gifts or receiving gifts? And 88% of you have said giving gifts. And it's heartwarming to know that there are that many people in our audience right now who are so focused on giving. And I don't have any position to ask anything of you, but whatever, secular or religious, whatever Christmas is to you, I think the number one thing that I want to encourage people from the position that I sit in right now to do in this holiday season and in the year to come is to give of yourself and to be counterculture in the sense that we take what society is telling us all the time to do is shine that spotlight on ourselves. Like, you need to be in the spotlight. You deserve to be in the spotlight. Find something else to shine that spotlight on, and that light will reflect on you. Thank you guys for a great 2023. Ryan
agreed.
Gave me a Christmas gift that made me hug him.
Yeah.
Aww. That was a surprise. It must have been a pretty good one.
I've never actually intentionally hugged you.
You can write that off as unintentional too.
On my taxes?
Yeah.
I'll consult Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
And thank you for a great 2023, Annie. It's been awesome working with you.
Leah.
Yes.
Merry Christmas.
Same to you. Thank you guys.
Merry Christmas to everybody. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Mark Reardon, next.
During opening, it's crucial to carefully review and compare different plans to choose the one that best suits your needs. With the Pauley Agency, you're not just getting insurance, you're getting peace of mind. Visit thepaulieagency.com to learn more. Let us help tailor a plan just for you. Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your health and those you care about. with the Pauly Agency. Call 636-222-2149 or visit thepaulyagency.com for a free personalized quote today.
I'm Tom Hoffman, president of Tom Hoffman Heating and Cooling, a 5-star rated company. I'm a certified mechanical engineer, and I've installed thousands of furnaces, and I can do it for you. Right now, we have a special.
Bye.
For just $79. Call me, Tom Hoffman. Bye. 314-471-7625. That's 314-471-7625.
Come to the Enchanted Attic. We've got lots of gift ideas for you. Come to the Enchanted Attic, filled with sparkling jewelry, gemstones too. Scented candles, fragrant incense, treasure chests, they're the best fairies too. Buy yourself some soothing music, you will be much calmer if you do. The holidays can be real stressful, worry stones for everyone will do. Meditation books are helpful, get your relatives at least one or two. Crystal balls and tarot cards and dragons and Buddhas and feng shui too. Come to the Enchanted Attic, 636-949-9502 in historic St. Charles.
KFTK FM Florissant. From the Under Law Injury Lawyers, GetJim.com studio. 97.1 FM Talk. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Planes, trains, and automobiles by the boatload. I'm Tom Rigotti, Fox News.